And we're live, everyone. Happy Monday.
Yes, happy Monday indeed, besties, and lost souls, and seekers of forbidden truths! Welcome back to Barovia, to GameDayHype, where the abyss doesn't just stare back, it invites you in for tea. I am Ray, your major domo for the day, and last session, our adventurers danced with darkness in the Amber Temple, and they've been forever mocked. Today, we peel back the skin and look at the rot underneath. Today, we will explore our hero's capacity for evil, for great violence and malice, and uncover the dark truths lay deep within. Dramatic pause. First,
Ah,
let's talk about Anya Lioncrest. Lioncrest? Lionheart?
Lionheart. No,
Lionheart.
Lioncrest. No, now you have me questioning it.
Oh my gosh.
I was confused. Okay, let's talk about Anya Lionpriest, our barbarian. Imagine her not as a protector, but as a merciless conqueror.
Oh.
Picture villages razed to the ground, children crying over the corpses of their parents, all because they were too weak to stand in her way. Her laughter would echo as she crushed the skulls of those who dare to defy her. Anya!
Yes.
Tell us, what is the darkest deed that you are capable of? The darkest, most nefarious, most evil thing that you can imagine Anya doing.
Well, are we talking about like one individual or to an entire country?
Well, whatever you feel is the most evil.
Alright. I would hold a competition, and I would have all the neighboring kingdoms enter their champions into the competition, and the rules would be simple. If your competitor falls, your kingdom is taken over. No questions asked. And then I would crush them all, and I would rule the world as the strongest, most uncontested of them all. And I would then unalive my own monarchy and wear the crown for myself. And every Tuesday we would have mandatory arm wrestling contests, and the people who lose get their arm cut off. It sounds like fun, yes?
Most diabolical. Has there been a conqueror as evil in all of history?
I think so, actually, but you'd have to ask Beligor. His history is much better than mine.
It's good that you mentioned Beligor, because we're moving on to Beligor Brightblade, our cleric of Lathander and moral compass. But what if that compass pointed south? Imagine a cleric who uses his divine light not to heal, but to blind. A man who would lead his congregation into a cave, only to seal it shut and leave them in eternal darkness, all while preaching about the light that awaits them. Beligor, tell us, what is the most evil thing you could imagine Beligor Brightblade doing?
Well, one time I went to the library and I checked a book out.
No, not an existing thing that you've done, but what is the most dastardly thing you could hypothetically imagine your character
But it
doing?
was dastardly. I never returned the book.
Okay, save it for your therapist. What we want to know is what you would do hypothetically, the most evil, nefarious, horrible, malicious thing that you're capable of.
Well, it's pretty bad when you step on little critters by accident, so I think probably that.
Great, thoroughly uninspiring. Moving on to Vesper.
I don't know what you're expecting. I'm a good boy.
Except for that library book.
Mm-hmm.
What is a library anyway?
We shall explain shortly. Now sit back down, you.
No, make me! You want to arm wrestle?
Highlands!
I'm going to get her.
Vesper,
I'm going to get her.
our rogue / Kensei monk. If he were to fully embrace his dark side, he'd be the kind of assassin who doesn't just kill you, but he'd make you watch as he takes out your loved ones first. All while you're bound and gagged, with that milky eye of his staring at you, unblinking.
Well, why'd you have to bring up the eye?
Vesper, tell us, what do you think is the most evil thing that your character is capable of doing?
You forget one thing, my dear friend.
What?
Vesper can stun.
Tell us more.
It'd be so simple just to incapacitate you and then flay the skin from your living body. Make you watch, feel, and unable to react.
The malice, the diabolicalness, the pure sheer evil. I love it.
Evil!
Now, Scarlet, our Beastmaster Ranger with a fondness for cabbages.
Cabbage.
In her dark form, she'd be a twisted huntress who doesn't just kill for food, but for sport. Her wolf would tear out the throats of her prey and potential allies alike, and she'd hang their lifeless bodies from trees, creating a gruesome forest of the damned. And when she dies, she'd rise again, her toothless grin more terrifying each time. Scarlet!
Yes.
What is the worst thing that you imagine your character being capable of doing?
I quite imagined being able to conquer the world by destroying all of their cabbage farms. Anybody who has a cabbage farm, destroyed.
Oh, does your evil have no limits?
No! All the cabbages!
Truly,
Oh, the cabbages!
All the cabbages!
The worst thing to ever happen to Barovia. Now, there's me, Lysander Gimolfin, the Chronology Wizard. Now imagine a wizard so consumed by his quest for power that he'd rip the very fabric of reality itself, even if it meant unleashing unspeakable horrors upon the world. A man who'd set fire to a library without a care for its inhabitants, just to be the only one who possesses its knowledge. The worst thing I imagine Lysander doing is something like completely sacrificing a loved one like Victor or any one of their party members to gain even more power. He's already there. It's only a matter of time.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
let's not forget Zachary, our dungeon master. If he were to let his dark side take the reins, he'd be a god of chaos, creating worlds only to fill them with suffering, voices characters whose sole purpose is to deceive and torment us. Which he's kind of already doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, shit. I think I underestimated how evil Zachary actually is. Zachary! Tell us, what is the most evil thing you're capable of doing as a dungeon master?
Oh, most capable thing that I have done is...
No! We want what you could also do, not just what you have done.
You're assuming they're different. I've done this before.
I like it.
So
And he could do it again.
you make sure that all your characters enjoy the setting. Make sure that every single one of them feels for an NPC create connections over the course of several levels, games, months of gameplay, build those connections, and have one cataclysmic event not just kill one, but wipe out the entire area. That's including not only the NPCs, but loved ones and all of the progress that they have made over the past 5 to 6 months. All gone. Nothing.
Truly infernal.
Is this
You must be a
foreshadowing?
demon from the abyss.
Definitely a foreshadow.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Zach!
Rhymes with Balaki.
Right?
Well, if Anya doesn't brutalize those poor little boys, then Strahd will.
I don't like Anya Bully.
So, my friends, as we venture further into the darkness, ask yourselves, are we heroes struggling with temptation? Or are we villains in the making? Only time will tell.
I'm sorry about the library book.
It was so on brand for Belagor.
Dominos!
Tenebros!
Alright, so I believe that's your opening. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was great.
Over to you, Saki Poo. How good was that, would you say? On a
Oh, it was
scale
wonderful.
On a scale of 1 to inspiration for me.
It was a very, very good intro, but you're gonna need to try harder for that.
Oh.
You villain!
Yes. Just yes. So.
I told you it was foreshadowing. Zach just killed inspiration and everything it loved.
Yes, indeed. You're all dead now. Goodbye. So, where last we left off, though, you all continued to dive further into the Amber Temple, finding out more bits about Strahd, the lore behind his fall, the decisions that he's made to get to this point, and some of the true horrors that are locked within this Amber Temple, and you've only scratched the surface. You have opened up more sarcophagi on the way here and such, given offer deals, some of which you've decided to say no to, others some of you have taken. You feel yourselves shifted, changed in ways that you can't suspect it. Some of you will only be able to eat pudding for the rest of your life, depending. Some of you might have an eye that can see on the back. Some of you might bully the hell out of little children because they're weak as hell. Some of you might just be looking for power beyond all means. And then others are just good boys who don't take shit.
They're gonna take shit. Just, not from a sarcophagus.
And as you continue descending downward, you're able to convince the seemingly bookkeeper / librarian of this place, almost like a protector of it, to stop fighting. He seems to be under some sort of oath, though, that prevents him from talking more and more about what he knows. More than likely enforced by a very, very well-known you-know-who. And as you ended up going forth, Belagor, in reference to only what you've heard as a hilt. You haven't heard anything about a blade for this weapon, if it is a weapon, but in reference to a hilt, and all he did was gesture those doors. Lysander remembered the words from the book and tried them all out. One of them finally ended up with the door.
Haberdasher, doohickey, and bloom.
Inspiring. And the door opened, and waiting for you was this amber golem. So, unless anybody has anything else to say, we're going straight into combat.
Be one thing.
I have something to say.
As do I.
I don't know half of you half as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve.
Oh, damn.
Well, all I have to say is, shut up!
And we're going into initiative with that. Everybody go ahead and roll.
Eligor, look at you go for once.
Yay! I did a help.
Watch the Amber Golem gets like a 24.
Close enough.
All right, with that, we are beginning combat. Scarlet, you're about to start us off. This giant lumbering golem, about 12 feet high. Just you feel its feet just as it looks down at you, and all you hear is, "Hello." No, I'm just kidding.
Hello. We shall back you up.
You will try.
It can speak?
Apparently.
Sounds British.
Yes. Actually, I just got done watching another episode of Downton Abbey.
Ew, how very
Oh,
upstairs,
that's so
downstairs
true.
of you.
Go ahead. It's your turn, Scarlet.
I shall shoot you with my longbow.
Oh. Ow.
Oh, oh, the boy.
I feel like this is another Jerome
Ooh.
instance. Hello.
Oh, those are pretty good.
Mm.
You notice
Yeah.
as they're hitting, remember how before the skulls, they were kind of like tink, tink? They're not as effective, but it still is hurting.
Mm-hmm. There. Now it's his turn. You're gonna fuck me up.
Oh,
Hello. I am going to
Smash!
check my actions.
How anticlimactic.
Oh, yes. Ah, yes. And you hear like a book close. I commit. Looks at Vesper. Looks at Scarlet. Slam! First one's on Vesper.
Treason. Oh.
Oh,
Ouch.
Lord.
Second one is on
Oh.
Scarlet.
Oh.
And that 10, I assume, was for the one on Vesper.
Yes.
Okay, Vesper, you take 12, so just lower it down to that. Scarlet, you take 16.
Okay.
And as his special, let me just check just to make sure. So these are anybody that is within 10 feet of it.
God.
So all the player characters.
Oh no!
He's going to use slow. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw, 17 or higher.
Oh, Anya's so fucked.
I am also.
Okay, fail.
Wait, why is it giving me this? Okay. Sorry. Bear with me.
And remember, make sure it's saving. Everybody fails.
Uh-oh.
So, let's see what that means. Use target must make it. So, on a failed save, target can't use reactions, its speed is halved, and it can't make more than one attack on its turn. In addition, the target can't take either an action or bonus action on its turn, not both. These effects last for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. And then he just kind of goes, "Y'all got golemed."
I can't.
I'm in a mood today. Casimir is gonna go and is gonna go and do magic missile.
Useless?
Useless.
And you just hear him say, "Ah, yes, I'll let you all freeze to death next time." He says he pulls back. Because you're the only reason. He's the only reason y'all even made it up.
By the way, I said useless out of character, not.
Oh,
in
gotcha.
character.
Belagor, you're up. So remember, you are slowed. So that means that you can't use reaction, speed is halved, and you cannot make more than one attack on your turn. And you can only do an action or a bonus action, not both.
Yes. So, having been reduced to the living equivalent of Internet Explorer, Belagor shouts, "Look out!" He moves 10 feet back. And he's going to cast Sacred Flame.
Damn.
So
Poor internet explorer.
You're gonna hate me.
Oh no.
He passes.
Ah,
no.
shit. Takes half.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
No, he doesn't take anything.
Correct.
Oh.
That's your turn.
Yep.
But wait. Make a wisdom save for me. 17 or higher,
Oh,
and
okay.
then your next turn will not be under the influence of slowed. Unfortunately, you are still slowed. Anya!
Ah!
Hello.
Yellow.
What?
Alright.
Yellow?
Yellow.
I said green! No,
Okay. She's going to...
Okay, that is your one attack and action.
Mhm.
No, so that hits. You just hear it go, oh.
And there's no way I could, like, pull someone back.
Nope.
Okay.
That's your full action use now. You cannot do anything but movement now.
Okay. Well, I don't want to go anywhere.
Alright, Irina. I don't want to get any closer, but I'm gonna shoot it with a crossbow. I think maybe? Will I? Yeah, okay, I think I will. Unfortunately, I believe that's a miss. Yeah. Vespa. Also known as Vespucci.
Come
What
on,
do you go-
Vesper,
what-
fuck it up.
What are you going to do, Vespucci?
Things listed as special, but not action or reaction or anything. Do they still count?
Case by case, I just need to know what it is.
Stunning strike.
Stunning strike. Okay, so I think that the prerequisite is that it's just got to be an attack. So you'd only get the one attack, but yeah, you could try and do that and then impose a stunning strike on it. That is a hit. Go ahead and do your stunning strike.
Beautiful.
All right.
Woo!
Let us see. And it fails. It's stunned.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do I need to make a wisdom save again, Zach?
Yeah, actually, sorry.
That's okay. Not that I'm gonna pass it any fucking time soon.
Yeah, so it is now stunned. Let me look up DNA 5e stunned. So, with him being stunned, a stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move, and can only speak falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saves. Attack rolls against a creature have advantage.
And that is my turn.
All right. Go ahead and move it. Misha. And you pass. So you're no longer slowed. Misha jumps right in and is actually going to do the pounce. Okay. And if fails, so it's knocked prone, actually. Because it automatically fails. Lysander?
And attack.
Hello. Zach, could you eliminate some of that fog of war for me? Because I have true sight up to 60 feet.
I don't think... Does true sight mean you can see through walls?
If I can see into the ethereal realm, then I imagine I can see through walls.
I don't know. That's you seeing into a different realm, I thought, though. Not... Like...
True
let me...
sight.
At this normal magical darkness, see invisible creatures, automatically detect visual illusions to see and perceives the original form of a shapeshifter or creature by magic. Furthermore, see into the ethereal plane. So it's a different plane of existence.
Well, I can still see the golem. What I'm trying to do, I want to anchor it in such a way that I don't hurt Vesper.
Then you would have to move.
Okay. So I'm just gonna maybe move. Can I move 10 feet?
Yeah, you have 15 feet of movement.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna move here in front of Delagour. And I would like to cast a spell that's 20 feet radius. I just want to do it in such a way that it doesn't hurt Vespucci.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just see if I can throw down a little template and move it so that it's like, yeah, it is possible. Okay. Delete that. Lysander kind of grins to himself with his creepy void eyes, and he delicately taps his staff down just once on the ground. And he's going to cast Ice Storm with 4 charges, bringing him down to 1 charge on his Staff of Frost.
Okay. Do you have that spell within your...
Fuck.
So, take off the charges on your Staff of Frost, and so, remember, that's just as if you're doing an attack with that. So, let me pull that up. So, Ice Storm. Okay. So, that's a spell, right?
Yeah.
So, that needs to be added to your sheet. Just, I'm gonna add it real quick for you. And then you're
also,
gonna...
how can I take off charges from my
So
staff?
that's something that's not set up yet right now. So
Okay.
do it manually for now, and you'll get it. You'll have that functionality.
I have
soonish.
one charge left now
So-
after casting this.
Ice Storm. I'm gonna put in staff in parentheses to it. It's in your spell book. Do not have it take on attributes, you have your Staff of Frost. You're at 5 out of 10, so just bring that to 1 out of 10, and then cast the spell from your spell sheet. Make sure it doesn't take a spell slot though.
On attributes, okay, there we go. Cool. 1 out of 10, and spellbook. I will cast Ice Storm.
Yeah, I'll figure something out so it's more on your
Not
features list
consume
in the
spell
future.
slot. Place my measured template. Comme ça. Et voila.
And it fails automatically. So
Whoosh!
and I believe
Ice, baby.
an action.
Y'all see a vortex of ice just envelop this little golem baby and the area around it, and it becomes difficult terrain.
Cool. So everything on this side is now caked in frost too.
Mm-hmm. Do I still have a bit more movement left but slow? You said I had
Only
15,
like
right? And I
5,
only moved
yeah,
10.
you have only 5 feet more. So
Okay,
you
I'm just gonna move down here.
Okay, and then make a wisdom save. 17 or higher, you are no longer slowed for your next turn.
Oh, with my wisdom save? Okay.
Yep, and then end your turn. Okay, you fail. Um,
No! Okay, I will end my turn.
Esmeralda is going to move over to here, and she's just going to say, well, seems like it's on the back foot. I'll be a little bit conservative then. Sheet. Alright, Doggo, you're up.
Doggo is going to hold his bite action.
Okay. Van Richten, everything is just so crowded over there, you just hear the sound of a match being lit, and a...
Really?
and he just moves over. Well, because there's no space for him to go. And plus, it's stunned, so that means it's losing its next turn.
True.
Scarlet, you're there.
Okay. He's 15 feet, you said, right?
Yes. And you don't take any op attacks.
Yeah. So I go there. An attack.
Hit. Well,
then
obviously.
wisdom save. You said?
Well, yeah.
Damn it.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Alright.
Okay.
Amber Golem. Dumb. Well, yeah. Actually, all these attacks need to be at advantage. So, yeah, that one hit from Esmeralda. And go ahead and press the plus for yours to see if you get the crit. Not that kind of crit.
Oof.
We'll stick with your previous one.
Yeah, sounds good.
Firebolt from Casimir. That Does not hit. Belagor. Any attack rolls, so to hit, are at advantage because it is stunned.
And it's okay, cool.
Until the end of Vesper's next turn, if I'm correct, Vesper?
Yes.
So my movement, since it's halved, would be 15 feet, right?
Correct.
So to make a melee attack, I would have to expend all of my movement speed and put myself directly in front of it.
Correct. But let's
Yeah,
be
not gonna do
honest.
that.
Let me check the stunned the condition real quick. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, never mind.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play it safe and use Sacred Flame again since it can't save.
Yeah, it takes the damage because that's a dexterity save.
And that is my turn.
And go ahead and give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh yeah.
You no longer are slowed.
Yay!
Woo!
All right.
Yay!
On yo!
Alright, you stupid
Mash it!
bastard. Take this sword, you weak bitch.
Press the plus for advantage to see if you crit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He takes the damage.
And wisdom. Come
17 or higher.
on. Never.
No. Irina is gonna try her crossbow twice. 1, 2. Vespa?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do? Okay, so hit. Actually, hit, miss, hit. Alright.
And that is my turn.
Alright. He is no longer stunned. But he is still prone, so attacks still have advantage until he's able to get back up. So Misha. Nom. Amber Golem is looking quite rough.
And yeah, I couldn't do what I wanted to because of my key.
Oh, fuck. Lysander?
Okay. Lysander's gonna risk scaring himself and casts Firebolt at the Amber Golem.
Roll
Oh
me
my
wisdom
God.
save. Go ahead and do it. Press the advantage button to see if you get the crit. So press the
Oh.
plus on the 16. Alright, yeah.
No.
It hits. It hits at least. It hits at least.
Oh!
But go ahead.
I'm on fire!
So you are under you are under the condition of feared.
Do I have to roll something for it? Or no? automatic?
Let me check real quick.
Just because it's like an instant thing, right?
I'll be nice and say it is a
Ew.
save, but everything is set. There's nothing to say that it requires a save. It's a lot of it just points to it being direct, but I'm willing to give you a save. So wisdom
it's a
save.
saving throw?
You don't. You're feared.
No.
Or frightened is what it is. So you have disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and that'll be until the end of your next turn.
Do I
And
have
you
to run
can't
away or something?
you can't move willingly closer. No, you don't have to run away. That's a specific thing of other ones. So
Okay.
you could stay where you are.
Do I need to do another wisdom save for slow, or do I have to move first?
Yes. Yeah, wisdom save for slow, and then end your turn. Because you can't
Well-
move any bit further to them.
But I can move away if I want.
Yeah, if you
right?
wanted to. Yeah, but you only have 15 feet. That's a failure. And just know, for the purpose of this, that wisdom save is not factored in until the end of the turn, just because of how the spell is. It's supposed to be
Okay,
at the end of the turn.
Lysander has moved and is now using Irina like a human body shield.
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Shut up!
What the fuck? You little bitch. Esmeralda. Let's come over to here. Let's see, does that kill it? And Esmeralda kills it.
Woo!
Nice.
And with that,
Yeah.
combat comes to an end.
Woohoo!
You will all need to wait a little bit before this is no longer difficult terrain. That also means a lot of this stuff is caked in like frost and shit like that, and you'll have to like break it off.
Fine, it'll
And
wear off.
Venric moves over and says, Anya, do you mind moving the big heaping rock out of the way of the door?
Alright. Fine. Since everybody else is too fucking weak to do it themselves, Anya, once again, will be the big strong one to do it for everyone. Alright, come here, you stupid freaking piece of
So roll me,
gemstone.
roll me strength save. Or not save, athletics check. To see, so move back there and do like an athletics check, because it is still massive. Okay, so it's like slowly going. So move like one space.
Stupid.
Zink,
Hunking.
zink,
Piece of
zink,
gemstone.
zink,
You're
zink,
absolutely
zink, zink,
worthless!
zink.
Is this far enough?
No.
Alright, fuck you. Gemstone.
Zink,
I hate
Zink.
this.
zink,
Ugh.
zink.
And she kicks it for good measure.
Roll me, roll me Constitution for foot.
Ooh!
You actually dent it with your foot. You just, ping.
Nice. Ugh. You just see her like brushing her hands off, like, you know, clapping them and just walking back like all proud, like, none of you could have done what I do. I'm the strongest there is. Out of my way. There's treasure to look at now.
All right, so as you step in, unfortunately, a lot of what was on the right, you did see before, like the frost spell went into effect, but that's caked in that. So you either have to use fire to have it go away so you can have access to the treasure, or wait however long it is.
How long is it?
Let's go ahead and look at the spell.
Let me scroll back up. Ooh.
My
Ice
pony!
storm held in difficult terrain until the end of my next turn. So it's
Oh, cool!
probably
It should be
already
gone.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind then. Never mind. I thought it was like for a period of time. Okay, so like kind of as you're coming in, you kind of hear like the sound of like wet, like kind of dripping and all that. So you guys all see before you, and let me give you a description. Let me give you a description of this room real quick. Let me just flip to it. Because I already know everybody's like, ooh, shiny.
The bully is trying to steal my pony.
So,
Shut up,
okay.
Scarlet.
You jerk.
You couldn't lift it with your pinky if you tried.
So, piles of treasures, as you already know, are heaped against the west and east walls of the stone room. You see it's a 30-foot high ceiling, and there are 6 piles in total, numbering 1, 2. Let me make sure that I'm doing this correctly. Oh, other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you all kind of have the opportunity to start sifting through these piles. Obviously, like if you see coin right away, you can start shoveling in. But there are other things seemingly hidden within these piles, such that might be of interest. So,
are you guys okay with me taking some time to cast detect magic to see if there's magical items here present
That's
that we
fine
could
with me.
use?
If you guys want to wait, you can.
Is that okay with everyone?
It's fine with me.
God knows what's like buried in there.
Any other input? Other 3 who haven't said anything?
That's fine.
Go ahead, but you see Vesper's already leaning down.
Okay.
The entire area.
Yeah, there are magic items within this room. It is not just whatchamacallit. It's not just like, the gold and like sort of more like ornate objects within it. That there are like there's tons of shit. And 1 second. I need Belagor. I need you to roll me a private GM roll. I'll message you something. Okay. No, I was gonna tell you what the roll was gonna be, not a d20.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, got it. So before we go into the sifting of kind of this, room and all that, and I'm gonna move like the NPCs a little bit forward and such, just so they're grouped together, but know that they're looking around, but it's like a cursory glance. AKA, this is stuff for you guys to start pillaging if you want.
Yeah.
So,
Zach, I'll be able to discern what kind of magic.
What school of magic,
from.
but not
Yeah.
what they are. What you need
Right.
for what they are is an identify spell.
Right.
So everybody go ahead and put yourself on the pile you want your character to look through. I know which pile Vesper's on right now.
Is there a roll that I can do that can determine
No.
the most optimal pile, like investigation or something?
It would have to take a long time, is the thing. There's a lot of stuff, is the thing. And what's up, Belgor? Hold up. Belgor has a question. What's up?
Before everybody starts looting, Belgor is going to say, you realize this is all probably cursed, right?
We're already cursed.
Shut up, Belagor, and put your bag of holding on the ground and open it.
Nothing in this place is going in my bag of holding. You can use your own pockets.
No!
Give me your bag of holding, Belagor!
We will hold your bag of holding.
Anya's gonna try to wrestle it off of him.
And Lysander darts to
Belagor,
Anya's free spot.
Belagor is going to draw his sword.
Oh god!
Anya will draw hers.
Van Richten draws his sword and then steps over to here. Both of you idiots, stop it.
Listen.
We're not here to try and pillage as much. Grab what you want, and then we can move on. We're here for a different purpose, remember?
What is the point of the bag of holding, Belagor, if you don't hold anything in it?
The point is not to stuff thousands of cursed items into it for us to get screwed over with later.
I didn't say cursed items. Look at all the gold and the coins and the money.
And you think that this place just left all that lying around for our convenience?
No.
Think about what happened to Lysander when he picked up that staff. Think about everything that has happened since we have come in here.
Digging through piles of gold that Anya left behind when she went to accost Belagor.
For once in your life, Anya, use your head.
You just see Scarlet riding this
Anya
little pony.
headbutts Belagor as soon as he says that.
Roll athletics, Belagor, strength save. Just to see if and make sure you don't have it set to private. Have it set to public. Okay.
Oh shit!
What do you want me to roll?
Athletics. You win. So you clunk him a back on the head. That doesn't take the bag though. You just
No. Yeah. How's that for using my head, Belagor?
Belagor just stands there and realizes that whoever Anya used to be, that's not who she is anymore. And he just throws the bag of holding at her.
Aha!
And I'm going to remove it from my inventory and you're going to put it in yours because he wants nothing to do with anything that's in it.
Okay, so go ahead and add bag of holding to your inventory, Anya. That should be in DDB items. Belagor, obviously take that away. But yeah, everybody go to the pile you're going to sift through.
And there. Is there a general indication of the school of magic that each of the piles is radiating that I would be
just because it's so general. It's so general.
Okay, I'll stay where I am.
Belagor seems drawn.
No. One sec.
Oh.
There you go. So go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
Belagor seems drawn to one of the piles, and for some reason it seems less menacing than the rest of it. He reaches his hand into a pile of silver.
No. This one. I pointed at this one.
He reaches in and pulls out the hilt of a sword, lacking the blade.
And I want everybody to make wisdom.
Shit.
Oh, now I got a 19. What the fuck?
So now,
Ooh.
so everybody's gonna be able to see except Scarlet.
Aww.
So you all see the perspective of somebody else. Remember the art that I had of Sergei that I showed you all last week?
Yes.
You see him standing there, except he's not in his armor. He's in formal wear of sorts. It's obviously that of a wedding sort of suit. And he has at his side that same sword with that same hilt.
Wait, who is this? I'm sorry, I missed the person.
Sergei.
Sergei, okay.
You notice as he's kind of like spiffing himself up in front of the mirror, looming kind of behind him is Strahd. I never thought this day would come, brother. Thought that I would get fucked up in the face before long, and then no one would want me. You should count yourself lucky. Believe me, brother, I already do. He looks back to him, and you notice that in Sergei's eyes, there's a hint of worry. Brother, can I ask you something? Always. You haven't been yourself as of late. Locking yourself in your quarters. The war has been won, but I feel that there's a different battle that is inside of you. Mind getting past the theatrics and getting to the fucking point.
Oof.
And you notice that, like, there's that little edge to Strahd's voice as he says that. Sergei kind of looks at him, surprised, and he says, Listen, I know what you used. Don't say another fucking word. And at this point, Strahd sort of like, he straightens himself up. The edge in his voice goes away. This is your wedding with a woman that you love. Let's not spoil the mood. Yes. I knew I could count on you. Come on, let's go. You're my best man, after all. And so there is a full procession there. There are people lining each sides of this, grand hall of sorts. It's a chapel to Lathander, actually. And as Strahd and Sergei take their places, finally you see a visage of what Tatiana looks like. And you're about to see that in the D&D art chat. So let's go ahead and grab that. So, one sec. Here we are. This is what Tatiana looked like.
Oh,
Big similarity with Irina.
pretty.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
She is all dressed in purple finery. It seems that purple was her color. And you just see this radiant smile on her face. Everything just seems... It's like, again, that perfect day sort of feeling, right? And as she's walking, Strahd is standing there, and he's only murmuring something to himself, like a little bit. Like he's saying it to himself. And we're going to switch perspectives to Strahd's perspective.
Oh, God.
And you hear a voice in his head. What? I won you the war, and you let your brothers steal your woman? What kind of man are you? I mean, I know that you were never truly one with the ladies, but I never expected you'd be such a pushover in this regard. And he just kind of murmurs to himself, and you kind of, now that you're from his perspective, you can actually hear what they are. Shut up, do not talk to me, do not talk to me, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear it. says, if you don't act quick, he's going to steal her away and you'll never see her again either. From then on, it's out of my hands. You haven't even really fulfilled your side of the bargain even yet. Aw, and I've been so good to you. Lending you power, lending you strategic resources, ways and strategies lost to thousands of years. Well, it seems that all and this is kind of like it's his focus is going back and forth between Sergei and Tatiana. And just as this happens, you just feel the ever-living rage building within Strahd. His fingernails growing slightly, almost to the point it's the tip of a dagger. And you just hear... We switch now to Sergei's perspective. All you hear from behind is Strahd saying, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
As his hand thrusts through Sergei's chest. From his back out his front.
Oh my
right
god.
in front of Tatiana. The fingers formed as a perfect shape for a dagger. His hand comes back and pulls out his heart with it. Sergei only lets out one last phrase before falling to his knees. My love. As he hits the floor.
Oof.
Strahd holding his still beating heart in it. His eyes turn red. Skin begins to turn pale, paler than ever before. As he looks on, there's a gasp. Everybody is in shock and despair, running away. Tatiana is still standing there, shocked and not knowing what to do. And she looks at Strahd, and all he says is, I had to save you. I had to save you. And she immediately starts running. Strahd chases after her, after having crushed Sergei's heart in his hand, literally, and tossing it to the side. He chases her all the way to the outside portion where there is a balcony. Tatiana's standing on top of it, looking down into the valley. Before she looks back on Strahd. Strahd now has blood dripping from his hands. Tears coming down from his eyes. But they're not water. They're blood.
Stigmata?
And he says, come down. Please, come down. She looks down at him and says, I have no more life without Sergei. Goodbye. And she jumps.
Oh shit.
All the way down to her death. By this point, guards have already encircled behind Strahd. And immediately they form like a firing line and they pelt him with all the crossbow bolts that they have. He's like a porcupine at this point. He falls to one knee, and one of the guards comes over with a giant axe, pretty much intent on putting the final blow on him. But as he does, Strahd quickly thrusts his hand through his throat, cutting his head off.
Oh my gosh.
This is something all of you have failed to realize. I am the ancient. I am the land. I am Strahd von Zarovish! And that's where we cut.
Holy shit.
Veligor. The hilt. As you're holding it, there is no blade within it. You feel something touch your heart, though. Is it Lathander? Or is it a broken heart of a brother? You don't know. The blade slowly forms within it. It is not like any blade you've seen before. It is pure radiance and sunlight. As you wield it, sunlight emanates the room. You have found the Sword of Eternal Sunlight.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now for everybody else's stuff. But everybody, take a second to just, because all of this happens in your head, and it was quite an invasive, like, whatchamacallit, it was a very invasive vision that all of you had, except Scarlet. Actually, you know what? Actually,
what?
Actually, no. I'm gonna just give it to you. I don't think that, I feel like this was a vision that everybody should have been able to see.
Yay!
So you were able to see it too. I feel like it's bullshit that was behind that. So
Yeah, that's nice.
So everybody, go ahead and take a second to just react to what it is. Because here's the thing. You all aren't the only ones that saw it. Everybody except Casimir saw it. And as you look to Irina, you just see tears coming from her eyes.
Aww.
So everybody, take a second to react to what has just happened.
What the fuck?
Lysander just looks cold. He shrugs. And he says, never thought I'd find myself saying this, but the man did what he thought was necessary. And I do mean Strahd.
Necessary. Nothing about that was necessary.
He sought power, Belagor. Power above all others. Power above all else. What else is there?
Love?
Belagor has just come to the realization that the companions that he came with here are gone. Except for maybe Vesper and Scarlet. Like, Anya and Lysander are just, they're gone. They're not them anymore.
Well, I don't know that like Anya's as bad as Lysander. She's just kind of extra mean.
And you forget, it's still Lysander. It's just a different aspect of him. Doesn't mean he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Half of these are gonna wear off in a few days. Belagor's already given up on everyone.
Yeah.
Not on everyone. Vesper and Scarlet still seem to be themselves.
Alright, so... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Have y'all played a Telltale game, like any of them? Like,
No.
where your choices matter at the end, supposedly?
Oh, yeah.
Well, up when they do something important, in the very top left corner, it says, so-and-so will remember that. And when Lysander goes on his little spiel of power, it's just like, Vesper will remember that.
Okay. I'm about to also put a couple of other things in it, but in a second you should see the added to your inventory, Belagor, the Sunblade.
That reminds me. Belagor moves to Vesper. And he takes Dawnbreaker and offers it to the rogue. Take good care of him.
I don't want to break the connection with you. You keep him close. It's okay. I don't use blade too much anymore.
He holds the Sword of Sunlight up. I don't think he and I are going to be spending a lot of time together now.
Yes! I mean, what?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dawnbreaker.
So, would you all like to see what this blade looks like?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this is the Blade of Sunlight.
Lightsaber.
Oh shit, that's crazy. I'm just doing a quick test roll.
Go for it.
Actually, let me see.
And keep in mind, that's a very big part about it, though. There's a very big part about it. The sword's luminous blade emits a light in a 15-foot radius, and light for additional 15. It is sunlight.
Okay, so attunement is not required
For which one?
for the Sunblade.
Kind of not. Also, why is it only a +5? Do you have a low to hit?
I shouldn't.
You have a 3 proficient with the weapon, so that should be. Where's the -1 coming from? Oh, wait a minute. It's coming. So it's trying to channel your dexterity modifier. So one second.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and.
I can probably fix that.
No, I'm fixing that right now. So go ahead and do a test roll now.
1 sec. Fallout 76 just opened. There's no, like, preliminary screen for it, so if I accidentally click it, it just opens. Okay, let me try now.
Yep, that's more like it. And that is radiant damage.
Nice.
All right. So now, piles. So we're gonna allow because the thing is that it will. Whatchamacallit? It's gonna be a big thing, regardless. So you, in order to even see it, you have to dedicate time specifically to a pile. Just because Belgor found that sword doesn't mean everything in this pile has been looked at. Like, literally, it was just because this one item was calling to him. So, that's the same thing with all of these piles. So everybody go ahead and put yourself on top of a pile that you want to take a look at. And then we're going to be doing rolls, because this is going to take... It's 10 minutes to sift through a pile and find stuff. Because of how just thick and dick... yeah, totally. Don't know why that word came to... I can't even explain it. But anyways...
Anya put the bag of holding on the floor, like, open, and then went to this pile.
Okay, so you're at that pile. Vesper, I'm assuming this one?
Yep.
Balagor, do you want to be on any pile, or are you content with just... is he content with just the Sun Sword?
I think I'm content with the Sun Sword, and he's pretty convinced all this shit's cursed anyway, so...
Okay.
But didn't
So,
Lysander do, like, a scrying on it or something?
What they did is just to detect magic to see if there were magical items in there, which there are. It's just that there are multiple, so it's like... Yes, you can maybe see some, but it's like you have to spend time investigating and sifting through each pile. You're not going to be able to identify through there. The only way in these piles you're going to be able to do it is by going on top of a pile and spending the time to go through it. That's for all of them. So, Lysander, you're on this one. Scarlet, this one with the horsey that I'm assuming you haven't gotten off of?
Nope, I'm still on the horsey.
Just this gummy, like on top of the...
I guess.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not letting you live down the gums. You gotta give the gums.
I don't know how to do the gums. How gums talk, but sure.
All right, but everybody who wants to be on a pile is on a pile. Is on the pile that they want to be on, right?
Yes.
All right, and Vesper, Anya, you both are on the piles you want to be on.
Yep.
Sure.
Alrighty. So, all right. So we'll go from left to right. So Anya, you are on that pile. One sec, because I have to flip back and forth. So, and you're just taking the time to go through it, right?
Sure.
So, keep in mind, going through it is different from just actually stowing. It still is a lot of coins. However... Oh. Okay, I'm saying the gold value because it's a dumb currency. The one you're on is the Electrum pile. We do not use Electrum in this household.
That's right.
We are a good Christian... No, I can't even say that with a straight face. Fine.
And I'm Jewish.
L'chaim!
L'chaim!
You find 3,300 loose gold.
Wow, 3,000.
Each of them stamped with the visage of Strahd. So not only are these gold coins, these are Strahd coins.
Wow.
75 empty bottles.
What the fuck?
A trunk filled with 6 fine dresses, each worth about 25 gold.
Oh, you can be pretty.
10 pieces of jewelry, each worth about 250 each, and 10 pieces worth and 500 in a run. Okay, got it. So yeah, 10 pieces of jewelry, 250 each, in a rotted wooden chest, and 8 painted ceramic statues of saints, each worth about 250 gold each, but they each weigh about 50 pounds. So that's what you find in your pile. If you want, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna type them in the chat, and I'm gonna notate everything that's in them, right? Because each one, it's gonna have like, you know, like time to actually. And when it says loose, what loose means is that, like, you know, it's not like in pouches or anything like that. You gotta spend time scooping them up, sort of thing, like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
Excuse me for one moment.
Have you guys seen that that video where it's the Powerpuff Girls and it's like Buttercup and what's the other one? Not Bubbles.
Blossom.
Blossom, thank you. And they're like, "Where's Bubbles?" And she's like, "Probably upstairs, still getting ready so she could be the prettiest princess at the party." And then you see Bubbles and she's like, "I'm gonna be the prettiest princess at the party." That's Anya, like, looking at all the dresses.
And everyone else is uglier than me.
Well, it's only the strength. That's only the strength that Anya is there. I need to make sure that that's very clear. It's the strength, nothing else that is effective flaw-wise.
Yeah.
Like, with that. Okay, so that is Anya's pile.
Okay.
Vesper.
Nice.
Vesper, my good sir. So I'm gonna start typing this as I say it. Vesper, you're there though, right?
Yep.
You find 12,000 silver pieces loose.
Oh, Jesus.
You find 5 rusted suits of ring mail and 6 vested breastplates. They're worthless, so I'm not gonna notate those.
Alright.
A +1 silvered rapier with a pink glass hilt. Four rusted greatswords, also worthless, and a gilded chariot worth 750
Wow.
gold points. But it's a chariot. So I don't know how you're going to get that out of here. Because it's not going to fit in the bag of holding.
Oh, Misha.
You just hear meow.
A gilded chariot.
That is how we can carry everything out.
Fuck. Misha's like, fuck that. But yes, you find that, and I noted it there. Lysander. Let me go ahead and make sure that is.
Where's a druid when you need one?
We killed him.
True. We did. We killed her.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay. You see 7,000 littered coins all around. However, as you lift them up, the 7,000 that you see feel very different, is the thing. Upon further inspection, these are 7,000 wooden coins painted gold, worthless.
What?
So all the gold parts here are all worthless.
Fuck that.
Oh my
So
god.
1 second.
That's perfect for
You guys see
Lysander.
Lysander just grunt and then start tossing like
So-
chips of wooden fake gold coins around.
So the piles, though, the differently colored piles, those are real coins, but they are copper. They are 15,000 of them.
Okay.
So 15,000 CP, and they are in 15 iron pots.
Okay.
And I'm notating these. An obsidian scepter with 3 gold fingers, worth 2,500 gold. So 1 second.
Is it magical or just an obsidian?
It's an ornate. It's pretty much just an ornate thing. It doesn't have any magical. So in components,
and it's worth 2,500.
Yeah, again,
gold
wait until I type these out. Yeah, but yes, 2,500 gold.
Okay.
Elven rusted helmets, worthless. 15 thin leather-bound tomes, all of them signed copies of a storybook called Snow Dwarf and the Seven Whites by Nick Ramay. Rackmay.
What the hell?
Do you want me to add that in or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll add that. And the Seven Whites. And people say that the people who wrote Curse of Strahd have no sense of humor. And that is what you find in your pile.
That's it?
Yep.
Gosh darn it. 15,000 CP, 15 iron pots I cannot carry around.
So
Obsidian
we'll
scepter.
handle that after. I'm going through everybody's stuff now, so we'll hold your horses.
Okay, I'm just gonna think of this in my own mind.
Cool. So, Scarlet.
Hello.
Pretty call me.
So, 9,000 silver pieces loose. So, 6 non-magical crystal balls worth about 20 gold each.
Sparkly.
6 crystal balls worth 20 GP each. Okay. A life-sized wooden pony worth 25 gold. I'll add that because I'm assuming.
Okay.
There's no way for us to get that out of here.
Okay, so it's the life size. And 6 marble vases worth 100 GP each, weighing 100 pounds apiece.
Ugh.
So... let me 100 GP each and all right, so that in terms of valuable stuff is what is around in whatchamacallit, what you currently see.
Okay.
Is there an opportunity to do investigation rolls to see if there's anything else available there?
Within your piles?
Yes.
No.
Just within the room at large.
You'd have to dedicate time going through another pile. So remember, we're all. This was just 10 minutes for you guys to sift through. You also already spent 10 minutes waiting for the detect magic. So So just be very conscious of the time you're spending. If you want to investigate another pile, it's also going to take 10 minutes, and that's not even counting the time it's taking to take anything. Because the thing is a lot of these are loose coins. So loose coins specifically, it's gonna take a while.
Right. But you did mention that I was able to sense like a variety of magical objects.
Yeah, in the room
Resonating
itself.
with-
So
in the room itself?
the thing is, detect magic just tells you what the school magic is and if they're within 30 feet, pretty much. So you did detect that, and you saw Vesper, and so you saw two different things: the sun sword that Belliver grabbed, and Vesper. I'm assuming you're taking that
the object,
+1
the
rapier.
object does.
Yes.
Zach, the object does have a faint aura around it.
So
Am I not able
keyword
to see it because it's buried?
in this instance, I'm going to say no.
Okay. So I'm assuming that these objects that could be emitting the faint aura are buried under, like, coins and whatever else.
That's why I'm saying for each of the, you know that they're in here, you have to sift through and find them.
Okay.
So the only two piles that haven't been looked through are these one, this one, and technically this one, because all Belliger grabbed. Now, decide very much, I want before, because this is the time that takes all of you to sift through. I'm gonna go through each of you, and you're gonna decide, okay, what are you wanting to spend time grabbing? Okay? So I'm gonna go back in order and do that. So, Anya.
Yes.
What would you like to dedicate time to grabbing, if you will?
Anya's going to take all of the coins, the gold coins.
Okay, so you want to make sure you spend time getting all those. So let me check how long that takes. Okay. All right, I gotta pull this up. So 1 second, everybody. So I'd say that you'd be able, and this is by hand, mind you. By hand, you'd be able to do about about 250 gold every 5 minutes.
Okay.
With your strength score.
Okay.
And because I'm assuming you're kind of like doing it like, you know, you're almost like Scrooge McDuck going, like
yeah. She's also, I mean, it's the bag of holding she also put in the middle of the room, so she's kind of like gesturing for people to put like what they feel is, you know, important in there, so we can kind of all compile as much as we can in there.
And for organizational purposes, I'm gonna just say that whatever it is that you decide to take, you take, so we don't have to handle the whole separation within the bag sort of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, in Anya's head, anything she takes is for the benefit of the entire party, not just herself. Because all this
I would recommend. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, all of this coin can't be used outside of Barovia, so we might as well, you know, take the silver here, melt it down, make weapons or armor, take the gold, use it to pay people, and like boost the economy if we can. I mean, I don't know, like stuff that would help us in the oncoming war. I would also say that she would probably take the jewelry and the dresses, but she would gesture to the empty bottles and the statues of the saints and just kind of like try to get Beligor's attention. I don't know if he would find the saints important to him or what. She obviously doesn't really know much about it, but she would point to the bottles and just say, Beligor, could we use these bottles and maybe you can turn them into holy water?
I could do that.
I want to point something out as well. Do you remember what it takes to make holy water, Belgor?
I actually have a spell that can help with that one moment.
Right. Remember, look at what it costs and such like that, and look at what has been gathered as well, with the bottles and all that. So, just take a look, because you might.
Yeah, powdered silver.
And what did you all just find a shit ton of?
Silver.
And those bottles right there.
Yeah.
So that is very much a possible thing. That would take its own time. But if Belagor is doing that, I would pretty much just be same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So she would say we could make what are those you put the cloth inside and you light it on fire, but like this is like holy water version. Like you'll see Strahd's face and you just aim and fire. You know what I'm talking about, Belagor?
Not really, unless you mean throwing it in his face.
Yes, but like the cocktail, the mortadelic. No, does anyone know what I'm talking about? The
Elrond just shakes his head.
Mazel Tov cocktail.
Mazel tov.
Molotov! You meant Molotov cocktail.
That is the cocktail. Yes, but like this is the holy water version of it, Belagor.
Well, a Molotov cocktail sounds delicious, but I don't know how that's going to help us in this regard.
Oh my god.
No, you throw them, Belagor. You don't drink them. They're not alcohol, but there is alcohol in them. But they're not meant to be drank.
So you waste the alcohol?
You wrap up cloth into like a round roll and you shove in bottle of alcohol and then you light the cloth on fire and then it starts to burn through the cloth and right before it gets to the alcohol you throw it like a flaming bomb and it explodes and lights things on fire.
It's a bomb.
It's
We
a
have the
bomb.
potential of making bombs.
I like the sound of that, but I don't think we can manage that with holy water.
But this is the vampire version. No?
Well, holy water doesn't function the same way alcohol does.
Well, it's not going to explode, but it's going to burn the shit out of them.
I think that this is just Anya's flair on it.
Anya has no idea what holy water does. Alright. Listen, you take the bottles, right? And you take whatever else you need, and you do your little razzle-dazzle with your lightning sparks from your hands, and then we have holy water. And then we take that, because otherwise these bottles are worthless.
Belagor's going to look really intently at the bottles and try to determine if there's any sort of fuckery
Just take
involved
the
with them.
fucking bottles. I might need use of them.
You can do as you wish, Belagor. What do you want to do?
He's gonna try and roll Arcana to determine if there's anything about them.
Okay. Nothing you can discern. They just seem like bottles. They seem like just empty bottles.
Alright, he's going to put them in his pack.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm assuming put them in bag of holding. It's 75 bottles.
Oh,
I was gonna say earlier that maybe if we're dumping stuff in the bag of holding, we can just annotate in our own inventory as to which objects and things we've taken, and just leave a note saying that we've put it in the bag, so everyone knows.
Like when you all make these things in your inventories, with the exception of gold. Gold, don't fuck with. Just add it to your gold stuff. We're not gonna have like the this is in the bag kind of thing. I'm not gonna get into the micromanaging of that because I like sanity sometimes. So go ahead and add to your inventory, Anya, the stuff that you're putting away. Belagor, you're taking the bottles, and did you want to take a look at the statues?
Yeah, I'll take a look at the statue.
Roll me religion. It can't really. No, nothing looks familiar, unfortunately.
Shit.
So, okay, cool. So Anya, that's your pile handled, right?
Yes, I'm adding the trunk with the dresses and the jewelry because the bottles were taken by Belagor, right?
That's correct, right? Belgar, you were the one that took them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Vesper.
First, he's gonna look like around his area. None of these coins have his markings on them, right?
No.
Then all he's gonna take is the rapier and say, anyone who wants the silver can have it.
Okay. So you go ahead and add to your inventory silvered rapier. +1. So you could just add a +1 and then put, silvered on it.
So Zach, are all of the so far to our knowledge, are all of these coins specifically Strahd coins, like Barovian coins?
So far, yes.
Okay.
But keep in mind, just because they're Strahd coins doesn't mean that they're useless outside of Barovia, because, like, real gold, in terms of the mint, can always be melted down and created into a different currency, if that makes sense, because it's gold.
Right.
Also, most people don't care whose face is on the coin as long as it's made of gold.
True.
Yeah, that's why the wooden ones were kind of funny.
But they didn't take our normal coin here when we came here.
Right, because that's enforced by Strahd himself, though. Like,
Got it. Okay.
that's like a Barovia specific thing as opposed to a general.
Got it.
Whereas everywhere else, it would be like, oh yeah, this is a Waterdeep coin, or a Baldur's Gate coin, and a dog that won't stop barking.
For
So
real.
I'm gonna be right back.
Oliver, calm your tits.
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
It's a good thing Zach had me put the bottles in the bag of holding because together they came out to 150 pounds.
Damn.
I mean, just look at these marble vase.
Oh my gosh.
600 pounds. I think they weigh more than the pony.
Vases.
Yeah.
Vases. You ain't fancy.
Reminds me of the Hercules movie. And that's a vase.
I must see if these crystal balls are worth anything.
I wonder how much 15,000 CP is in gold. And
Literally,
what the fuck I'm gonna do with that.
in gold, that's actually, I think, pretty easy. Just divide it by 100.
Damn it, Ray. Now I have that song stuck in my head.
Now I have to do math.
150 gold.
That's it? Fuck that.
Because 10 copper to 1 silver, 10 silver to
I'm taking the books and the scepter, and I'm gonna spend, if there's time left over, I'd rather spend that time looking for magical artifacts.
Okay. But let's not go out of order, and let's go to Vesper. Vesper, so the rapier itself, did you add it to your inventory?
Yeah.
How about, so there was nothing else you wanted to take, right?
The chariot's too big, and if they're not his coins, he doesn't want them.
Strap it to Anya.
Oh god, that would encumber you so much. So go ahead and so now Lysander, you said the only things you wanted to take were the scepter and the tomes.
And the tomes.
Okay. Go ahead and add those and make sure you notate the gold value for the scepter.
Yeah.
Scarlet, what is it that you would like to take?
Think of all the silver we can mold into arrows to kill these werewolves.
Very true. Because these are true silver.
Yes. And the same thing with the spoochies, and you need silver anyway for the holy water.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna at least take my silver. Anya, do you think the Markov boys would want a life-size pony?
What kind of question is that? Anya is life-size yeah, put it in the bag.
Okay, so I'll say it this way. You have to spend a lot of extra time disassembling, not breaking, disassembling
Okay.
It would take a lot less time if you wanted to just be like, oh yeah, let's just chop it into pieces. But
I won't let Anya break it down. I'll break it down.
I'll come over with my carpenter tools and help you.
I was about to say, yeah, that's gonna take some time, but on your end, Scarlet, go ahead and add to inventory life-sized wooden pony.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful. And are you also wanting to spend the time shoveling those silver coins in?
I guess so.
Okay, just add that to the SP portion on your inventory where the money is. Wait, and we
crystal
go ahead.
balls. Are they? What kind of crystal balls?
They are non-magical,
Not magical.
so they're just worth 20 gold each.
Forget them. And the marble vases or vases, whatever you want to call them,
100 each, but weigh 100 pounds each.
they can go in the bag.
Probably. I don't think. Remember, Mead, does it have a weight limit?
The bag of holding? I don't know. I gave it to Anya. She has it in her inventory now.
I will tell you. Hold on. 500 pounds.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, those are gonna just.
We're gonna just like ixnay on that.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it.
Well, hold on.
Holding on. Holding on to the horse.
According to the 5e player's handbook, 50 coins weighs a pound. So
I negate gold weighing
okay.
stuff. So, but the thing is that if we look at the vases, there's 6 of them, and they each weigh 100 pounds.
Oh, we're talking about the sorry, I thought we were talking about the pony still.
No. The pony can go in just fine. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. But yeah, stuff that like it's like, yeah, this is this many pounds and it's heavy as fuck. That's the one time I'm gonna do it. I don't calculate gold weighing for anything when it's in the bag of holding. When it's on your person, I'm a little more stricter, but you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I don't know that we need the marble vases.
Mm-hmm.
I would leave them. Or let's see what else that's important to take and see how much room we have, and then we can always decide if we want to grab like 1 or 2, but...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do the crystal balls weigh anything?
Do we need crystal balls?
Well, they're worth 20 gold piece each, so I was
like a pound each.
A pound each? I could take those on my person then, right?
Okay. Yeah, if you want, just add as like a note. 6 crystal balls.
Okay.
So that's there.
Because they're shiny.
So, I'll say that this entire process, everybody included, so I know Lysander and Vesper, you only kind of picked and chose some of what's there, right? Mm-hmm. So you'd be done a little bit earlier. What?
I will help them with the silver.
Okay. Then that would go.
I did. Mm-hmm.
That would probably expedite it. What's up?
I did mention that I wanted to take that extra time to look for other magical objects.
So you would have to poke around. If you're looking for other magical items based off of it with the detect magic, unfortunately the other 2 piles do not garner any magic things.
Can Anya go to the...
Sorry, hang on just one sec. My pile does not have any other objects in it?
As in, all the magic items that are within this room have been taken by somebody else.
Oh, okay.
As in, there are no more in this room.
Huh. Cool.
What was that, Anya?
I was gonna ask if Anya, meanwhile, while everyone's going through their piles, if she sees anyone kind of just not interested in the coin, can she come around and start trying to scoop up more coin into the bag, like Vesper's pile and Lysander's pile?
I would. You Vesper and anybody who's moving coins is what's taking up the time. So the only person that you would be ahead of would be Lysander. Or no. The only person that would be ahead of you all would be Lysander because. So, if ever, I guess it's sounding more like a conscious effort to just start taking coins. Is that correct? Kind of overall from the party.
Yeah, I think like with the emphasis on the silver, but yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay,
Can
then
Conan
yeah.
help with that?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. It sounds.
Conan just digs it into the bag.
I'd say that Conan could just like do like the doggy dig sort of thing,
Yeah.
and like it's not kicking it directly into the bag, but
Well,
it's
he
like
tries.
near it, so it's helping.
You just have to like try to aim your bag where his feet are kicking.
Yeah. So that will take time. Does anybody want to investigate the piles that have not been investigated, though?
I would like to do that.
Okay.
Um,
Choose which one, Lysander.
Sorry, the piles that have not been investigated. You said there was one down here to the right, bottom right.
This is a pile, and this is
Yeah.
a pile.
Sorry, let me find you, GM. Okay, this pile. I'd like to investigate the one bottom right.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself there. And in this time, so the time it takes you to investigate this, I'll say everybody else will have finished scooping up piles. I'm gonna say collectively, this is gonna be about an hour in total. Okay, this is not, and no, you cannot short rest during this time, because you're all actively shoveling out coins and all that. So, no investigation required.
Huh.
You're just taking the time to do it. You find a pile of... So this pile right here are all iron ingots. Each ingot's about worth 250 gold. And in total, it's about 2,500 pounds of iron.
Good shit.
30 holy symbols, worth 5 gold each, from various gods. A set of 12 copper chalices with silver figurines, worth about 25 gold each. A gilded skull with red garnets in its eye sockets, worth 250 gold. And then 8 warhammers and 6 war picks.
Lysander alerts the others to see if there's anything in there that they might find interesting, especially the iron.
What the heck is a war
for
pick?
War
For himself, he's just going to take a holy symbol. Just one.
Okay.
Is there? Actually, the one that I want to take is for a potential spell later on down the line. Is there any in there that has a sunburst on it?
A sunburst, like Lathander?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there would be some Lathander ones.
Okay, I'll just take one.
Uh-oh, stinky. Belagor's just staring intently down the hallway ahead. He's got a bad feeling about what's on the other side.
There's a lot of iron here, if anyone's interested.
So, holy symbol, what else, Lysander?
You said there was various symbols, there was iron ingots.
Uh-huh. The skull with the garnet.
Skull with a garnet. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, red garnets in its eye sockets, worth about 250 gold.
I'll take the skull with a garnet.
Okay, go ahead and add that to your inventory. So, was the holy symbol, what else? And the skull, what else? Anything else?
No.
Okay, so a war pick, Anya, is it's a melee weapon. It's a D8 of the damage type. It's a martial weapon.
Got it.
Nothing especially fancy about it. Does anything else in that sound like pique anybody else's interest or no?
I think you should take the iron to make the iron. How much iron was it?
2,500 pounds. So
Yeah, whatever we can take. We can take
mm,
anything with it. It's up to y'all.
I mean, didn't we just say that iron was probably, like, plentiful?
Yeah.
Iron, it's not so much of an issue. Like, don't get me wrong, you don't exactly have plentiful amounts of it, but I'd say in terms of stuff that matters right now, it's kind of on the lower end of priority.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying is we could take some of this iron and make plate mail out of it.
But I'm saying it, well, find me a smith that can do it, first off. Oh, wait, he's dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he has apprentices still. I don't know what their
I was about to say,
talents are,
apprentices. Plate armor is something that you have to be almost a master in your craft to make.
Yeah.
It's not easy to make.
But we've got Sambuca
That's
back
true.
in Valaki. He probably knows how to make stuff.
If Valaki's still there.
Yeah, true. We have no idea what's happening there. We should probably find out.
We should hurry.
Yeah, maybe let's grab or leave.
All right.
Grab or leave on the iron. What are we doing?
I'd say leave.
Leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it. All right. Has everybody added the silver coins that have been gotten, along with any other coins that are being added and such?
I think so.
Is there anything else you would like to do in this room? There's one last file that hasn't been looked at, but it's up to you guys.
Where?
The bottom left.
I'll look since I'm right here.
Okay.
Hey.
17,500 copper loose coins. 50 gold gemstones. 3 rusted suits of plate armor. 9 rusted shields. So again, these 2 things are worthless.
There you go,
And
Belagor. We'll just shine you up. Spit shine.
The last one. So I'm going to describe this. This is actually going to be a little bit more of a description. You'll find out why. Excuse me. So as you're kind of sifting through and such, you find this large kind of. At first, it looks like a metal box of sorts. It's odd and ornately shaped. You kind of like look through it, and you find that it's a child-sized sarcophagus made of black wood inlaid with gold. And your heart kind of maybe like sinks just a little bit because of what it might make you think of.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth 250 gold though.
Can she inspect it further? Like, is there anything in it, or it's just?
It's just that. It's just a sarcophagus worth 250 gold.
Okay.
And in about 10 minutes, I'm going to take a food break.
Zach, are you able to type out what's there just so I could read it one more time?
Sure, 1 second.
Or if you want to say it out loud, I'll dictate and type just so I can.
So 17,500 loose copper coins. 50 gold gemstones. The next 2 are worthless, so I don't feel the need to type them down. 3 rusted suits of plate armor, so they're worthless. 9 rusted shields, worthless. And then the sarcophagus. So a lot of this is just the copper coins.
Okay. The golden sarcophagus is worth how much?
250.
250. Okay.
Ah!
What?
What you guys ought to keep in mind about the stuff that's worth money is that we might not necessarily find anyone to buy it who has that much money or at all.
Yeah, I don't disagree. But the golden sarcophagus can be melted down too. But I don't know. I mean,
That also takes time.
and it's probably very heavy.
Yeah.
I'll probably take the gemstones.
Okay. Go ahead and notate that then.
Okay.
All right. And is there anything else? So now all of them have been, you guys have taken like over an hour to do this. So I might ask that we take the break now, just because my head's starting to hurt and I haven't eaten. But
I gotta take the dog out anyway.
Any sort of thing is beforehand, though.
Nope.
No. We can
Okay.
just RP meanwhile if anyone stays.
Okay. Sounds good. Pausing the game here. Just so nobody goes ahead. But yeah, go ahead and feel free to RP. I'll be right back.
Okay. I didn't see my token because I didn't look in the corner and I was like, where'd I go?
The ethereal plane.
Alright. I put myself
Well, I'll
in
be
the
able
bag
to
of
see
holding.
you in it.
Just be like, hi, Lysander.
Hello.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Same.
I'm here. If you want to RP.
Yeah. Lysander,
Yes.
do you think that taking these gifts were a good idea?
Fabulous idea.
But
The things I can do now, I could never have done before.
you see how the others look at us, though, no?
Who cares?
I
I
mean,
might not be as physically strong as you are, Anya, but you can respect the fact that I have gained a considerable amount of arcane power.
yeah.
With a pointed finger, I can take a life. Just like that.
Yeah, Lysander, but physical strength is all that matters.
To you, yes. But there are other considerations.
But you see how they look at us. They look at us like we are different people. Especially
Who
Belagor.
cares? Do you care? I certainly don't.
I
We're going to
mean,
die anyway.
they're still our friends, Lysander. They might be weak and wimpy and pathetic, but they're still our friends.
And I'm not denying that. But their opinion of me matters little. And what of you, Anya? Do you feel the same way? Do you still care what they think of you?
I care what they think of me, but I also want them to admit that they are weak and puny and pathetic.
They shall never do that.
Of course they will. I will make them. I'll remind them over and over and over again how weak and puny and pathetic they are. You need to run more, Lysander. Your legs are like chickens. I could snap them in half.
You need to think more, Anya. Your brain is like a platypus.
A what? A plot of what?
Precisely.
Lysander, you can't just go around
Anya!
saying these fancy words and then not explain them to Anya. What is a platypus? Quit laughing, you creepy.
Oh! He starts stroking his staff. Look, we need to decide on a game plan. Belagor's found his fancy little sword, but I imagine there's a lot more to explore in this place.
Well, yeah, cannot just be these, few little rooms down here.
Exactly. I, for one, am not keen on leaving. Not yet.
I don't quite like how, Anya is in the back of the action. We are so worried about traps, but what traps? So far it's just been giant golem man and flaming skulls.
Well, we never know what else we might find. But we must keep going.
Just because we haven't seen traps doesn't mean they're not there.
Well, they're not
There we
there
go.
because we haven't seen them.
That's not how that works.
It is too, Belagor. You mean to say we've gotten all the way here without a single trap? And you think that there's more traps hiding somewhere?
Yeah, that's generally how it goes. Do you remember Castle Ravenloft?
Yeah, but that was different. That was an actual trap. Where are the traps? I'm unimpressed.
Well, are you going to say anything, Belagor?
No, arguing with her is a futile endeavor and I refuse to partake in it.
What?
Good thinking, man. It seems everything is a futile endeavor. And yet we must arm ourselves as best as we can for what is to come.
Anya is plenty armed. Look at all these weapons. Besides the weapons, look at all these swords and daggers I have. And by weapons, I meant me.
Belagor's just grimacing and looks over at Vesper. Can you believe this?
Vesper's AFK.
Oh,
It's just us three.
he'd probably just nod anyway. Looks over at Scarlet. Can you believe this?
Scarlet's AFK.
Damn it!
It's just us three.
Belagor, you do realize that you should be wielding this weapon against Strahd, and he will be targeting you. That
That's the
and
idea.
the amulet of Ravenkind.
That is the idea.
Now you prepare to be a target.
I don't have much choice in the matter.
Yeah, there's always a choice. There remains the matter of, Lysander kind of huddles closer to Belagor and Anya. About
Just
what
on the
Casimir
other side of
wants.
the map.
Well, let's just say that they're huddling together.
Okay.
There's the matter of, what Casimir wants.
To revive his sister, yes. What
I have
Indeed.
returned.
Welcome back. What about it?
Welcome back.
Well, I imagine there's plenty of other most useful people that we could bring back with that power. Wouldn't you agree on that?
Like Argenvost.
Precisely.
Or... wasn't there someone else important?
Were they that important if you forgot them?
Lysander just pointedly looks at Belagor. Yes, Belagor, I can't imagine who else we could potentially bring back for this power. Perhaps you have
wow.
some insights on this matter.
One sec. I'm reading up on the Sunblade, and there's some really interesting stuff here.
Way to break the immersion, Belagor!
Yeah, pay attention.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I don't screw anything up.
Okay, but we're also trying to have some RP.
Okay. Belagor's just staring down at the hilt of the blade, and he looks at Lysander. What?
Is there anyone else that you could think of that you would like to bring back?
Well, I imagine Sergei would be useful.
Finally.
Why?
Jesus Christ. I just got back to this conversation, and I'm somehow...
Zach, I know we're paused, but can I move Anya here since in RP we're like huddled and talking?
Okay, just don't go past that, just because it goes into a new section that I need to do stuff for. So,
Ooh!
Also, keep in mind, I wasn't actively involved in the roleplay when you engaged me. I was doing something else.
You responded and chimed in, which
Yeah,
means
you-
you're now
you
actively
chimed in.
engaged.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
may I take your hat, sir? May I take your hat?
Me.
Oh,
But whatchamacallit? So, we have a couple of things here. I'm hearing the possibility of talking about who could be resurrected. Now, I have some of the NPCs there that might obviously, say something. Can I know just the rough about what it is, so maybe I can have them interact a little
We're
bit too.
having a huddle.
Oh, huddle.
So
Are you
we're
trying to
hoping- yeah.
keep all NPCs away?
Yes.
whisper.
Okay.
Mostly Casimir, but yeah.
But yeah. This is a huddle. So far, contenders are Ardenvost and Sergei.
Argy!
I definitely would love to hear more on this. So please continue. Like genuinely, I want to know everybody.
Lysander just looks to the others and makes eye contact with each and every one of them with his creepy, starry eyes, and he says, I think we can all agree, and this is just between the party, I think we can all agree that as far as this gift is concerned, it's better off in our hands. No?
What are you suggesting, Lysander?
I am suggesting, to be plain, that Casimir's claim upon this gift is null and void.
You want us to betray him?
If that's how you choose to see it, then that's
Absolutely
how you choose
not.
to see it. What about the others?
None of you are seriously considering this, are you?
I mean, when
Him
you
bringing
think
back
about
his
it,
sister.
Belagor, what is bringing back a Dusk Elf sister going to do in the war against Barovia? I mean, who's to say he doesn't take the gift, bring his sister back, just for Strahd to kill her again, and then it's wasted?
You people have learned nothing from any of this, have you? Everything you do here is corrupting you more and more and more. You're not even the same people that you used to be.
What are
And
you
you
talking
cannot
about?
think outside of your bullshit moral compass. I'm curious about what others have to say. Vesper.
He
Got it.
holds up the blade. You know, we never would have gotten this if I'd taken one of those gifts. We'd have nothing to fight Strahd with.
You also
Yes,
didn't
and
want
now
to
you
take
are a
anything
useful
from this
tool.
room, and yet you took that.
No, Anya, let's not take that away from him. You are now empowered with this gift that you have taken, just like we have taken gifts.
But it hasn't
Would you
changed who I am.
Well,
not
would you prefer
changed.
to face Strahd alone?
You didn't know it would not change anything.
Exactly. It's just one point of the moral compass.
We did know it wouldn't change anything because Sergei spoke to me and told me so.
And we individually were also spoken to
Yeah,
by different forces.
by what? Dark entities that you have no
Yeah.
idea who they are or who they represent
And
or
yet
what they're
they
about.
have empowered us. You must be a bit more nuanced about your identification with good and evil. Not everything is this clear cut and straightforward, Belagor.
I'm not
I
having
thought
this
perhaps
conversation with
time-
you.
Look,
Attempting to
you-
reason with one who has abandoned use of it is like administering medicine to the dead. This conversation's
You speak
over.
too much. You speak too much. I'm curious about what Scarlet and Vesper have to say about this matter.
All I have to say is that not everything is black and white, and there's plenty of grey area throughout everything.
Exactly. We're all going to die anyway. Might as well make the most of it.
And what do you
It's
think
good.
would happen if I told Casimir what you all are planning?
I think you'd be a traitor.
No, I think you're the traitors. You've abandoned everything you used to stand for in your mad quest for power. That's all that matters to you now. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Doesn't matter what you're going to do with it.
That's not true, Belagor.
I'm so bad.
The only person who is mad for power is that one. She points to Lysander. Anya is
Look,
just
the only person who has not spoken is Vespa, and he points to Vesper.
Why is it that I just imagined a beep?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Say something, Vespa. We must decide.
Unlike those who speak of from their heart or from a want of power, I continue to speak from a place of understanding from where he's coming from, but at the same time, you cannot forget it was the Dusk Elf who distracted us for that amulet to be stolen from you.
Nice.
But it wasn't that Dusk Elf.
No, Belagor, 1 second. Vesper, what is your vote?
One of us should take it, and his sister will not be that great of an ally.
Good.
Then you're all truly lost because no one I came here with would have made this decision.
Well,
I'll have no
truly-
part of it.
I would ask you, Belagor. But you can't do this alone. You cannot face Strahd alone. You
I
cannot do it
might
without
have to.
It's futile. And that little blade of yours will be of no use if you go up against the strongest force in this land alone. I think even you would see the sense in that.
I wouldn't be alone.
Yeah.
There's
would you
other
have?
people in this land who can stand against him.
Ladies, you're all beautiful. Can we shut up, please? Listen, we need to work together. You're all puny and pathetic. You need Anya. You need Vesper. We need Belagor. We need Scarlet. We need Lysander. So stop fighting amongst ourselves. We need to
You
think
guys-
of plan.
You all
We
don't
are not
understand.
fighting.
You're asking me to do something that I can't do.
So don't do it. I'm calling a vote. You don't have to agree with the decision that we are taking, Belagor, but you don't have to stand in our way either.
If I stand by and do nothing, that is the same as if I did it myself.
What love
don't-
have you of this Dusk Elf? Whose
I have
people
no love for
stole
him,
from
but
you?
we made a promise, and oaths have power, and when you break them, you don't know what kind of consequences you're inviting on yourself.
We have already broken many oaths to get to where we are at. What you are suggesting is that we give up a power for your principles, for your selfish sake, so that what? You can sleep better at night, knowing
It
that you
used to
kept
be your
oath.
principles too.
They were never my principles.
As you say that, though, this conversation, I'm going to say there is no way this is staying within a group huddle at this point. If any of you turn to see, you see within Casimir's hand a fireball. However, you also notice Van Richten's blade is drawn, and so is Esmeralda's, pointed straight at him. So you all plan to kill me? Use me for the path? And then he says, we are not killing you at all. And you just notice as like Van Richten's eyes just glare right at Casimir and his meet his own. I don't care what ends up happening with the gift, but I swear to God, if you don't put that fucking fireball down, I'm going to ram my rapier through your fucking heart. And Casimir says, that's assuming you'd be alive to do it.
Listen to her, Casimir, unless you prefer to come back as a zombie.
Alright. So with that comment specifically, Lysander, I need you to go ahead and do something. I'm gonna message you.
Okay.
Do you want me to announce this out loud, or do you want to just keep it there?
Hang on, let me just see what you sent me. Keep it there.
Okay. Casimir looks around. He says, "You all try to act as if you're just heroes of this land, but you don't care about the people in them. You're just here for your own gains. And I will not have any of it!" And he's going to, in the center of the room, do a fireball at 5th level.
Uh-oh.
Van Richten and Esmeralda will attack immediately after, and then if he's still alive with us all, and obviously whoever else is, then we're going to be going into initiative. Okay.
Sorry, Casimir is casting a 5th level fireball
Correct.
at us.
Like as in right here to get everybody.
Okay.
So, like that.
Hmm.
Okay, but so if you've passed, you take half.
I'm gonna counterspell that.
Okay, so are you bumping it up to 5th level then?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and cast it. And then we're going to be going into initiative. Well, first, Van Richten's sword. And Esmeralda's. Oh, pfft. And with that, we're going into initiative.
I would request to not be a part of this fight.
I will remove you from combat.
Because-
So you're still gonna roll initiative, but you not under any obligation to join the fight.
Yeah,
This is just for order of
because
operations.
He's not going to turn on the others, but he's also not going to be a party to a murder.
Okay. Everybody needs to roll initiative, whether you're involved or not. So go ahead and roll initiative, everybody. And I'll go ahead and remove the template. Anya. Okay. Lysander, you're first up.
Okie dokes. Lysander's gonna point at what's his face, Casimir, and cast Finger of Death.
And this is actually the first time that Belgor has witnessed Lysander use a necromantic spell.
And I realized that this entire description has been muted that I've been giving. I hate this. You see this necrotic energy shoot out from Lysander. Plunges straight into him. You hear that last heartbeat almost ring out for you all to hear, this being a part of the spell itself. And you just hear escape his lips before he drops to his knees and fall over. Katrina. As Casimir falls over, dead. Combat comes to an end.
And also rises back up again as a zombie.
Okay. So, let me grab The zombie thing.
Belagor just steps back and makes a gesture of religious warding. What have you done, Lysander? What have you become?
Okay.
Belagor.
Let me grab.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to see if there was a
Well,
opportunity to respond to what he was saying.
Yeah, no. There's going to be a chance. I just need to get rid of the Kazi.
Yeah, do your thing.
And put in a zombie. This is all RP amongst you all now. But I will say, though, the other NPCs, they're not going to say anything, so this is all for your guys' reaction in RP. They're just looking wide-eyed.
Lysander turns to Belagor and he says, "You may have noticed that he tried to attack us with a very powerful spell.
After you betrayed him.
Out. We were all having a discussion and he overheard. We called it for a vote, Belagor, and it seemed you were the only one who had any objection to this."
I have an objection to all of this, Lysander. This place is wrong, and it's made you wrong.
Well, be that as it may, it's done now. We are who we are now.
Other party members. Reactions.
You guys. We need to take a step back and calm the fuck down. We were trying to have a conversation about what we should do, which would be the best outcome for Barovia. How did we go from that to fucking this?
At this point as well, Van Richten looks at the zombie. Esmeralda looks at the zombie, and they look at each other, and in sync thrust their blades into the zombie.
Oof.
Killing it.
Lysander shrugs.
Yeah.
Also, I imagine him casting the spell for the first time and getting it as an ability. He hasn't studied it, and he doesn't necessarily know that this would be the end result of it. Would you agree or disagree?
Disagree. You know the end result of the ability. You don't know how to channel that into... You don't know the inner workings of it, but you know what it does, know how to do it.
Do you know what it does in the end? Okay. Right.
So you knew that this would happen.
Okay.
And Irina actually starts also taking a few steps back. Just kind of mortified.
Belagor is just dead silent, eyes fixated on the zombie of Casimir.
The dead zombie.
Yeah.
Van Richten and Esmeralda dispatched it.
Yeah. The body. The body of what was once Casimir.
Is there any other reactions, statements amongst players, party members?
He attacked us, and he was looking to kill us. He left me no choice. What I did to protect the rest of you. Note that he was about to fire off a rather powerful fireball at all of us, potentially taking out a lot of us, if not weakening us. We're quick to forget that, aren't we?
It never should have come to that, Lysander.
It was a discussion, Belagor.
A discussion you all seem to have made up your minds on.
That is not
Yes.
true, Belagor. I wanted to explore all options to us. I wanted to talk about what it would be like to resurrect Argy, what it would be like to resurrect Sergei, and what it would be like to resurrect this sister of his, and see how that would help Barovia as a whole. You don't think that him just resurrecting his sister is selfish when we have the greater of Barovia to think about?
I think we all have our own options, and that he should have had his. And if that's what he wanted to wish for, then it's not our position to take that from him. But it looks like he won't have that chance now.
Belagor, he attacked us over a discussion. I called for a vote. We were in mid-vote when he decided to fire off a very powerful spell at us, which I countered.
That wasn't until after he heard what you were talking about. You weren't
It was
exactly
a discussion.
a discussion that he overheard. You should have taken more precautions to make sure you were in private if you were going to have one, not just go over to the side and have a, what you call, huddle.
Van Richten's
Yes.
right. This was sloppy.
If you wish to have done that, you should have done it in a different way. But, due to the way things have turned out, he gestures to the dead body. Now, this is a thing.
Well, it's done for. What do we want to do now?
The only thing we can do. Press ahead.
Keep going.
Then let's go.
So, before you all go ahead, everybody take inspiration for that. That was so obviously this is not for rewarding any bad shit, but that was good RP.
Thank you, Zach.
That was good RP, everybody.
Thank
you.
Hey.
So if you don't have inspiration already, go ahead and add it. Some perceptions might be shifted now. Just a little bit. So with that though, you can press on. Irina is going, you notice, is definitely keeping her distance from you all though.
Even Belagor?
Just the whole party.
Oh.
And she's kind of standing behind Van Richten and Esmeralda.
Belagor himself is keeping a bit of distance from the party now. Now that he's seeing exactly what, at least Lysander is capable of.
But Belagor was part of the discussion that triggered, what's his face? Casimir. Let's not forget.
Yeah, in direct opposition to the thing.
We were huddling, and Belagor was very loud about it. So it wasn't just
it wasn't just Belagor that was loud. It was also you. You were also loud.
I know. We were all having an argument and a discussion, but it can't just be like one person.
Don't go pulling that card, y'all. Let's just, that's how it is at the moment. Is that keep it to in character, everybody.
Okay.
So
Vesper's gonna look around the rest of them. More than likely, anything that would be up there knows we're here, but just to be safe.
Pass without trace. Okay, everybody go ahead and roll stealth.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry. Give me like 3 minutes.
Is okay. So that's, I think, is that everybody's stealth? Oh, I need to do the NPCs. So Esmeralda, stealth. Van Richten, stealth.
Need the animals to do stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and do Conan. All right. So same sort of thing. NPCs all kind of hanging back.
Are we waiting till he gets back?
Who had to pop off? Was it just?
One of them
Mead said he'd
give me
be
2
back
minutes.
in a few minutes.
Okay. Then in that case, yeah, we'll wait a little bit because this is a part that I want everybody to be here for. So how about that weather?
Oh boy.
That was excellent. I'm sorry, but I'm like thrilled. It sounds really sadistic, but that was amazing. That was amazing RP.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Can feel the tension.
Yeah. Way to go, like everyone, by the way. And way to go everyone like standing by their moral principles.
I think that was definitely really cool. Was seeing that.
Yeah.
So.
I think maybe I overlooked how much of a huddle was actually the huddle and how much we were being like listened in on.
So it's one of those things where you can't be loud and outspoken with what's being said and expect
Right.
that to be, oh, but that's a whisper. Does that make sense? If
It
intensity
does.
comes through, I mean, y'all
Right.
were like 15 feet away from him. So, like, of
So
course,
like how
he's gonna see.
much did he hear? You know?
Let's just say when you guys all started raising your voices, he could hear. Because also, you got to keep in mind, he's an elf.
Right.
He was an elf.
Was an elf.
Do you reckon that there could have been roles we would have done like that could have been
I'm
like
not going to answer those
deception or
questions
stealth?
right now.
Okay.
It's too much of a woulda, shoulda, coulda. What's happened has happened.
Anxiety.
Well, learning experience, I suppose.
Next time we'll have Conan go sit in front of whoever we don't want to overhear and just have him be like, "Baroo, baroo."
Yes. Conan, can you howl, please? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
The
Ew,
biggest
woo.
woo
Yeah,
boy.
next time we go to another room or something.
For real.
Hey, snackery.
Oh. He's back.
He is back.
You're back.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah. No, I'm a figment of your imagination. You're going crazy.
Going crazy.
What's up?
I just wanted to say your good nickname because I don't think anybody has ever heard it on this in this stream.
God.
I kind of like
I
it.
wish I had a cool nickname like Snackery.
I don't.
We good to continue now?
Are we?
I don't know. Are we? I feel like
yeah,
we are.
you guys should be. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Hey, is this one of those places where that little wand that I have might come in handy in case we don't
that's
plummet
up
to
to
our
you. That's up to you.
our dooms? I mean, I know Vespucci and Scarlet are going to take the lead when it comes to exploration. So, do you guys feel like we need to use extra senses?
What?
It's up
Do you
to
guys-
you.
Do you guys feel the need to scout for traps or anything, or are we okay?
I mean, I would
Probably
rather.
okay here.
Yeah, but
How many,
Oh, go ahead.
how many charges do you have left on it? That's the main thing.
I have 2.
Let you make the decision.
Like, I would rather
Well-
use a charge than a spell slot from someone.
Yeah. I'm trying to move. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's a squeeze.
Sorry about the car.
So, as you are all standing there. What is the highest passive perception?
That'd be Vesper.
Yeah, but what is the
For
number?
sure.
It is a 22.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're gonna see this, and Anya, you're gonna have danger sense. So go ahead and click danger sense because we're actually remembering to use it this time.
Yes. Go
ahead and click it.
Hold on.
So you feel like that tickle at the back of your like your spine, as if something's like about to come down on you guys, like an animal that's on the prowl.
Does she
And
have time to say anything? Like even as it's happening?
It would be very quick. So nothing. So like 3 words, 3 or 4 words.
Okay. She would just be like, danger afoot!
And this creature jumps down. And let me go ahead and grab a picture of what this creature.
Ah.
Let me go ahead and show you what this picture is. So think of it as it has fine robes, but this is what the creature looks like. Unfortunately, there's not great art of just this particular instance of the creature. This is what it looks like, and it's wielding a great sword.
Ah!
God.
And it says in Infernal. Actually, only one of you speaks Infernal now,
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
which is you, Anya.
Yeesh.
So you hear it say, everybody else hears, Orshinarch.
Oh.
And what you hear is, die before my lord. And we're going into initiative. So, well done. Good perception and danger sense basically kept this from being a surprise round.
I would say that you guys had great initiative.
Go away.
Okay.
No, we don't.
Bye,
Well,
guys.
Scarlet does.
Nah, I'm joking.
I'm joking too.
Okay, he actually rolled pretty bad. So, beginning the combat, Scarlet! Big baddie in front of you. Hello.
The big daddy. Hello. You have more teeth than I do.
Not
And-
saying a lot.
I was about to say, like,
I'm going, since he's right next to me, use Hunter's Mark and use my daggers. And I have to use Hunter's Mark at level 2. And then 2d6, right? Hello.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So,
Oh, I used the wrong weapon. Does it matter?
no, not really. Not for
Okay.
this purposes.
Okay.
Okay. That's your turn. Cool. Anything else?
Was he? Oh no, he has the Hunter's Mark. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put the Hunter's Mark right here. Van Richten is gonna run in. Draw Crimson right and strike. Okay. Vesper, you're up.
He's gonna follow suit and cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. And then we're gonna try out this new rapier.
Okay, miss hit. And go ahead and give me a d6. Also move yourself up to them, please. Or did you move there and then back?
That's what he's gonna do, but for
Okay.
some reason, every time I click on my character, it brings up my sheet now.
Weird. Okay, Alright, that damage has been calculated. Misha is mad because she cannot fit. Esmeralda is going to come here. Oh, actually, she Van Richten shouldn't have been able to get through there because he can't squeeze through there. Fuck. But, well, I've done that before, so. For you guys. Okay. Anya!
Yee. Can she try talking to it in Infernal?
Yes. And so, the other note that everybody be aware is when Anya talks in Infernal, you smell, like, the fire. Like you smell smoke.
She's going to grab her Sword of Argynvost and kind of just do like a flourish with it, kind of like twirling it in one hand, or yeah. And she's just gonna say, I'll give you the chance to stand down and tell us what you know of this place, or be cut down. You pick.
Go ahead and roll intimidation at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
For this creature, yes. Even with a 19, he says, I have no devotion but to that of my lord. You will not break me.
Oh shit.
So you're basically dealing with a creature that, yes, is sentient, but imagine religious zealot that's like, basically like, you know, my god is the creator of everything, so he is good and so am I.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, in
Even
that...
Nope, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, in that case, she's gonna lunge forward with her sword.
Okay.
And...
I'll say you lose the bonus action, though, because you attempted to do the intimidation.
Okay, that's fine. Then, that's my turn. Oops.
Cool. Don't worries. Irina
Oopsies.
isn't really gonna do anything. She really is just doesn't want to be near the group. Lysander, you're up.
Ho 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 ho. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Here's what's gonna happen. Just allow me 1 second to measure something. Wait, where's my measurement ruler? Here we go. Yep, great. Lysander's gonna look between Scarlet and Conan. And he's gonna nod to himself. And then he's gonna smile, and his starry void-like eyes are gonna glitter. And he's gonna cast Polymorph on Conan and turn him into a T-Rex.
Okay, so 1 second. We're gonna keep the Conan token there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't have something prepared, so it's just gonna be...
That's fine.
So you use polymorph and all that. So 1 second. Let me go ahead and grab DDB.
Kind of feel like that was a
One
waste.
sec. Don't say anything. I need to get something first. I think I have T-Rex, but... There it is.
Roar!
Oh my god.
So, you see it go, and its head bumps against the car,
Oh no, we're gonna have a cave-in.
and it looks at the cave, and you see only like its tiny little hand barely kind of like going through like the crack, like right here, right there,
God.
and then it's like,
Wait, is it stuck?
Yeah,
I
what
thought
did you
that it was a
think?
waste.
so you, if those of you who are paying attention, Misha couldn't fit through the cracks.
Oh no!
Well, unfortunate.
Can he stick his tail through it?
Nope.
No.
And you just see him go.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Can you push him into the?
That is your action. Do you have a bonus action you would like to do?
Well, I'm just gonna move down towards Conan. Can I just move here?
No, he's blocking it. Fully blocking
move
it.
Down.
You can only go to here.
Okay, I'll go there. Trying to move.
You kind of have to do half cocked. So hold shift, move yourself to right here, and then move there.
Hold shift. God damn it.
Okay, and then it's cramped.
Oh fuck! I completely overlooked the terrain. I just really wanted a T-Rex. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so
The
sorry.
quest for power has blinded you to all else, Lysander.
It really has. I feel like this is quite in character. Did not consider this at all. Lesson learned. But yeah, we now have a T-Rex. If we want to maybe move down and draw the thing towards it, that would be fun. But
You just hear an infernal. Fuck no, man. Okay, it's not your turn.
Oh, this sucks. Can I move the T-Rex back a little?
No.
Telekinetic push?
No,
bonus action?
It's a T-Rex. It's a fucking
Yeah,
T-Rex.
but he can willingly save it. He's an ally.
I'm gonna say no to this. This is a fucking T-Rex. No.
Oh, you're just loving this, aren't you?
Yes, I am. This is what you get for not paying attention.
Oh god, that was so blonde of me. Okay, cool.
Hey, I'm blonde and I
turn.
wouldn't have made that mistake.
The Death
was
Slot
bad.
looks at it and sees this fucking
My god.
boom, and the sort of serious tone almost is gone
This
for
is
a
so
second.
bad. This is so bad.
What?
What?
I'm sorry, I just need a second.
How big is this thing?
Dude,
Really
it's a
big.
3x3! That means it's 15 by 15!
Someone needs to take out his hit points so he can walk out of this place.
You're gonna, in order for him to come through at all, he's gotta be back in wolf mode.
Oh,
The
God.
Death Slot.
I'm gonna fucking drop concentration on this.
We can do that when it's on your turn.
Yeah, I will. This was useless. We did talk about this. I was like, Savvy, can I get your consent? And you were like, yeah, go for it. Neither of us calculated the
Comical.
potential
I literally thought about
geography
it
of
right
it.
as you did it. I was like, wait.
I'm sorry, but that was just too good. That was just too good. Okay, so
Wow.
great sword
Genius.
coming in at Anya.
Genius.
Two of them on you. Okay, Anya.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. The second one misses.
I'm going to
and-
warding flare that first one.
Okay, he's gonna roll again. Roll warding flare so I see it. When you are attacked by a creature within that, you can use reaction to pause disadvantage on the roll. So before the attacker hits or misses. Okay, but got it. So not the crit on you, but you do still take the damage, unfortunately.
So just the 11 and the.
No, you take the 9 and the
9.
11, but
Yeah.
you don't. So those are two separate damage types, but it doesn't bump up to critical.
Okay.
So just take the 9 and the 11. And he's gonna make a bite at Scarlet. With his mouth. But misses. Belagor, you're up.
Belagor is going to move here, and he's going to strike out with the Sunblade.
He misses with the Sunblade.
And that's predictable.
Of
Do
course
I
you
ever
roll.
actually
Of course,
hit?
the first time you roll with it, you roll a 3.
And
That's not the blade at that point. That's just luck.
yeah, I guess I'm just standing here holding my dick until my next turn.
It's okay. I do that all the time, and then I contemplate longingly. Conan, unfortunately. So go ahead and describe what Conan looks like trying to come in. Like, I'm assuming he's trying his best. Bless his heart.
Oh,
A gif. That's what he's doing.
I have
Can't-
something in
He can't
mind.
reach.
I have a plan.
He has a big head, little arms, and he cannot put his head
I have a plan.
through it. Whatever.
Okay. So that doesn't... 1 second. Is this... Okay. Got it. I hate my life sometimes. I'm also trying to, like, do printouts for an interview that's after this, and, like, my printer's, like, giving me so much issues. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Conan, give us a... What would, like, a sad Conan T-Rex noise be?
Roar!
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 I have a big head and little arms. But that's his turn. Scarlet, you're up. Your baby. He's not
My
happy.
baby, what did you do to him? Ugh. I can't even.
We've discussed this, Scarlet.
Ugh, I know.
Okay.
It's fine. We shall attack. With the actual daggers. Did it?
1 sec. Okay. You're attacking with daggers. Miss.
Well, did it.
Okay, so... Van Richten will attack. And...
Jesus.
Yeah, we're just bad rolls today. Vesper.
He moves back up.
Okay, cool. And so those are 2 hits. So go ahead and give me your d6. Did you have Hunter's Mark or no? Yeah, you have Hunter's Mark, right? Okay, 2d6 and then the sneak. Wow.
We're not doing great right now.
Misha, now like confused and scared with this giant roar right in front of it. Esmeralda does her thing. Damn, even Esmeralda got the lower end of it. Anya.
Okay.
Other than the bullying thing, this is really nice.
Okay. Well, yeah, the entire point of it is that... And go ahead and describe how you strike him down.
Me?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. She's going to have swiped at him, like jabbed him straight through the chest and, you know, the torso with her sword of Argynvost. And then as she saw him still standing, but obviously like just barely, she would have thrown her axe in such a way that it curved and just cleaved its head off as she caught it, and its blood kind of splattered back against her when she caught her axe again. And you just see smoke rising from her body once more as she said, I gave you the choice. This is the consequences. of not standing down. And then she
And-
kind of just blinks and like takes like a minor step back.
All right. Combat comes to an end.
How's everybody's health looking?
Anya's 65 out of 98.
Lysander's full health and stupid.
Would you like to drop concentration, sir?
I would love to drop concentration. But I didn't know what I was thinking.
My baby's sick.
I just want to know if I should use a prayer of healing.
I mean, I'm at 49 out of 65 for Scarlet.
I'm down 12.
How are the NPCs looking?
The NPCs actually didn't take any damage.
But are they at full health?
Van Richten's not, but not critical, and same thing with Esmeralda. Irena's full health.
So I can use my last 4th level spell slot for a prayer of healing, just so that we're, as in top shape as we can be going forward.
DM recommendation here. Save it for now.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that makes me nervous.
I'm just saying, like, don't use it frivolously, and that would be a frivolous use. But it is now
Ooh.
open to you. There are so let me go ahead and give you a description of this room that you stepped into. So don't go to anything yet. Let me go ahead and give you the description of this room. A golden marble staircase with a black marble railing hugs the north wall as it spirals gently up a 30-foot wide shaft. Lying in the middle of the room are 6 rotting wooden crates. The amber-covered walls are sculpted to look like tentacles that entwine around marble, the bas-reliefs of kings, queens, pharaohs, and sultans, attended by a myriad of slaves. The west, south, and east walls contain alcoves, and standing in each alcove is a tall, rough block of amber. 2 wide cracks have opened up in the south walls, spilling rubble and shattered pieces of amber onto the floor in the southeast corner of the room. All right. You all have the opportunity to take a look around this room now.
Anya's gonna look at the boxes in front of her, like to her right and left, these 2.
So you're just looking at these boxes?
Yeah, like she's gonna like, I don't know if they're open or what, but
They're not open. They're just rotting.
can she pry them open to see what's inside?
You could probably open one, yeah. So you just pretty much pop it open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you pop it open, you find the rotting body of an adventurer.
Oh!
You find on him clutched within his hands, and roll me a d6 for this.
D6. Okay.
So this was their party's barbarian.
Oh shit.
You notice clutched within it is a humanoid of sorts. It's to the point where you couldn't even tell if it was an elf at some point. It's like decayed so bad. And you just see it's curled in it. Seems like this was an adventurer from long since past who got to the same point.
Oof. She's going to kind of try to get the attention of the others as she like counts with difficulty the other boxes in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we might want to be cautious in this room. There is a dead body in this one, and from my count, there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Six total.
6 other bodies.
5 total extra, so 6.
Alright, so there's 7 in total. This one looks kind of like, well, I mean, he's dead, but he looks kind of like he was probably once kind of strong. And he's got gear. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of us, so, I don't know what happened here, but maybe we should open the rest of the boxes before we touch anything else.
Ooh, what does this button do?
Lysander, no!
So,
Just kidding. Kidding. Literally just kidding.
Okay. I'll move this body to the side, by the way. So go ahead and feel free. Everybody has a chance to take a look around and possibly decide which one they want to touch.
I've picked the one that I want to touch.
Okay. Scarlet, is there any that you want to take a look at? There's one down here. There's one to the right.
Sure. I'll just touch it.
Okay. Are you wanting to take a look at that one, Vesper?
Yeah, I'll touch it.
Anya, Belagor, are you kind of... Anya, and Anya, you're kind of more focused on just the dead bodies that are, like, within these crates, right?
Yeah.
Would you be trying to look at the other ones? Or is it kind of like once you see one, you're like, oh shit, okay.
No, she'll probably go from one to the next, but she's gonna... And she's probably gonna shout out to the others, like, what she's finding as she does so. Because there's obviously a reason why these adventurers were all killed in this room and shoved into boxes.
Okay, so you're looking through them or not?
Yes.
Okay, roll me in D5 for the next one.
A D5.
I fucking hate printers. Worst part is that they're a lot of times more expensive than 3D printers in terms of material. So, you pop open another one. This one seemed to have been wearing robes of sorts. Perhaps a sorcerer? Wizard? Kind of hard to tell. But you do find clutched within his hands is a book of sorts.
She would reach in and pull the book out.
As you pull the book out, you take a look at it. It's a journal.
Can someone who can read this, please?
Belagor moves over to her side.
Yeah, and I'm handling this before we deal with the dark gifts. Don't worry, we're gonna deal with them. So, as you're looking around at it, you notice that, some of the pages have kind of been lost to time a little bit. Not really the best condition.
Wait, I think I know what's in it. Drums.
Nope.
Drums in the deep.
No more Lord of the Rings references for you. No, just kidding. So, as you're reading it, it's the beginning. It seems a little bit almost jovial, talking about how, hey, we killed some vampire spawn that were on the road and saved some villagers that were under attack from them. Seemed like they were kind of hopeful adventurers, hoping to come and help these people. You also notice the one that you were doing starts talking about the dark gifts. Mentioned how the group ended up fighting and killing each other to where there was only 3 of them left. And Strahd himself ended up coming and finishing them off.
Is Belagor reading this out, or is he just reading?
Belagor?
Yeah, he's reading it out loud.
Okay.
Now, they haven't mentioned whether it was this room. They've been very vague on the rooms. It seems like they got kind of turned around, like, not exactly sure in terms of, like, spatial awareness and all that. At one point, apparently one of the party members was in love with the other. And Strahd's last words before throwing him into the dungeon to starve to death.
Oh, that was our bard.
What's that?
That was the bard that was in there.
No, that was not the bard that was in there. There was a bard in there that was hung upside down, but that's not this guy.
Continue.
So, after having killed this person's love right in front of him, he says, "Don't worry, you'll at least have the release of death that I never had." And then the rest of it is just ramblings, talking about how he had to watch as he tortured each one of his remaining friends in front of him, which was, at that point, only one left. Seems like... And it also mentions other adventuring parties dead that he's seen. Again, Strahd has gone through multiple adventurers. And that's kind of where the journal, ends off.
We cannot get out.
So, now, I'll give you a sec to kind of react a little bit, y'all, to, what was said.
Well, that's
Belagor.
promising.
Belagor looks suspiciously at Lysander.
Lysander looks hungrily at the sarcophagus that he's looking at.
Anya,
Mm?
we have to deal with the possibility that Lysander might be going insane and might turn on us.
She looks over at Lysander. I mean... Yeah, he's a little different.
Someone just goes to back off.
So, well, I'm asking this first, though. Is this a conversation just between Belagor and Anya? Because
Yes.
you do have that opportunity, since you two... everybody else has said that they're kind of inspecting those sarcophagus.
Yeah, it's just between him and Anya.
Okay. Just, as always, remember tone. And
That's
before
why I said it really low.
Okay, good.
I mean, yeah, he's a little different. I give him that.
A little. Think about how much he's changed since we entered this place.
I think we've all changed a little bit, Belagor. This place sucks.
Yeah, but it's dangerous with him ever since he picked up that staff. It's all about power and how he can acquire it at any cost. And at some point that cost might include one of us.
I mean, he's never gonna be all powerful. Look at those puny legs. And his chicken wings of arms. He's weak. He's pathetic, Belagor. You don't have to be jealous. Your arms are so much bigger, but not as big as mine. You need to work on your gains. Don't skip arm day, okay?
Alright, Anya. No more skipping arm day.
Alright, good. It's pathetic.
Conan's right there. He's just going, boop.
But, if you're worried, then maybe the whole thing we need to do is, take the staff away.
But then one of us might be affected by it.
Uh,
And can you imagine how much more dangerous it would be if it was you, for example? Since you're so strong and big and powerful.
oh, don't stop.
Don't.
While this conversation has gone down, Lysander has touched the sarcophagus.
All right. Vesper and... Vesper, Scarlet, you also, I'm assuming, touching it, right?
Just touch.
Yeah. I touch.
At that.
I touch.
Lysander.
Yeah.
This voice is different.
Hmm.
Why, hello there. Aren't you an interesting one?
Shut up!
I wouldn't be giving such idle requests. Might just be the difference between your life and death.
Oh. Shit. I'm sorry.
That's what I thought.
Continue.
Now, before you become a little blonde shit stain on the wall, how about you listen to what I have to say? Sound good?
Jeez, Louis.
Sounds marvelous.
And go ahead and I want you to roll me a history at advantage, Lysander.
History at advantage. Done and done, my friend.
Even with a 10,
Oh,
you recognize this voice. The voice
Okay.
that was inside Strahd's head
oh,
when he entered the temple.
oh.
I've been watching you. Quite intently, I might add. Remarkable in some ways, needs some work in a lot more others. But doable. Very doable indeed. So. Well, let us not stand on ceremonies. I believe I shall offer you a proper introduction. I am the vampire.
Oh, shit.
And I think that we are going to have a nice little conversation.
Mm.
And you do our. And here's the thing: if you try to remove your hand from it, you can't. You can't even find yourself the ability to speak. All of this talk is happening within your head.
Okay.
We're gonna cut over to Scarlet for a second.
Oh boy.
Ah!
Oh, boy.
Scarlet.
E.
This one, you hear a different voice. Ah! Well, hello. It's been a while since I have spoken with one. I am the vestige with the dark gift of Tenbros. However... No. Unfortunately... Unfortunately for you, I believe that your interests are in the wrong, shall we say, department for me.
Excuse me. Who
Well,
are you to say that?
how many years have you studying spells? I like that.
Oh. Just a few.
Yes. Try one of the other ones. I'm sure they're more your style. I'm sure they'll love you.
Well, that's rude.
Well,
Prejudice.
there's a
Fine,
reason that it's a dark gift.
I get lost. Goodbye, rude.
Vesper. This voice is not aggressive, almost sad. Oh. Well, it's been a while since somebody's talked to me, I guess. I offer the dark gift to Zadun. The power to raise ancient dead.
Oh.
If
Lysander creams himself.
you... Well, this is only in Vesper's head.
No, I know.
I can offer you this power. The best part about it is that, well, it doesn't matter how long that they've been dead for. Once it's used, it's used. So, what do you say?
You can raise any dead.
Yeah, any dead. There just has to be something for it to call on. So, the main part of a corpse, the skull, the majority of the body, something like that.
A smile crosses Vesper's face and a single tear as he says, I accept.
Oh!
Love it, love it, love it.
The sarcophagus crackles and breaks. You also feel, as this tear comes down your eye, your body slowly begins to morph a little bit as you take on a corpse-like appearance.
Oh my god!
Your skin sickly pale. Your eyes sunken in. Hair thinner.
Ugh.
No.
He's losing the hair. It's worse than losing
And
teeth.
I'm going to send a message over to you, Vesper.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well,
Billigor sees what's happening to Vesper just from the back, and even that's enough to know that he took the gift, and he just sighs through his nose.
You just puff in your nose.
He just points at Vesper.
Yeah, he went a little hairless. I have no teeth, he has no hair.
So congratulations, Vesper, for you have taken the dark gift.
And now he looks like Be'lakor's bald head.
ooh.
It's not bald, it's shaven.
How do you shave?
Thinning!
With a razor and a lot of care.
What's care?
Something that you all should be practicing a lot more of while we're in here.
Conan just grims himself.
He scritches Conan behind the ear.
As Beligor
Oh.
says we should all be practicing more care, Anya accidentally knocks over the crate with the dead barbarian in it. Like, oh, fuck! Sorry! Sorry!
So,
Do any of these crates have bones in them?
All of
the
them.
bodies. They're all bodies, they're
Well,
rotting.
They're rotted. Okay.
Give Conan an
Conan's
arm.
gonna totally take some bones.
Okay.
Ugh.
You have to pick some of the rotted flesh off, but yeah.
Conan's up for it.
Beligor picks up a severed arm and taps Anya on the shoulder with the fingers. Need a hand?
Ah, don't touch me with that Beligor, it's filthy.
Alright, go
Oh.
ahead.
1 second.
Picks up a leg and waves that and the arm together. Looks like this cost them an arm and a leg.
So, whatchamacallit, as you all are looking around, Lysander, we're gonna cut back to you.
Yeah.
Based off your reaction, I take it that you've heard of me.
Yes, you are vampire.
Good to
You
know.
are the
that-
one who made Strahd who he is today.
Yes, some of my most delectable work, I must say. There's a reason that he's my champion.
And what is that?
What do you mean? What is that? You have to be
What
more
is the-
specific.
What is the reason why he is your champion?
Well, something that all my champions in the past have all had. The thirst for more and more. Even if in the back of their brain they think, I shouldn't be asking for more, but they do it anyways. It's almost like it's in their nature. Not quite indifferent from the way it is in your nature. Which is why I've taken a little bit of interest in you, I'll say. At least as of late. And I'm bored. Believe it or not, an all-powerful creature such as myself. Bored. What is it that
Well.
you desire, is my question. You touch these sarcophagi for a reason. And obviously, to your knowledge, it was all by mistake that you touched mine. But I don't believe
Never
that
a
you think that
mistake.
that's the case.
I willingly touched all the sarcophagi here in this temple for knowledge, to learn more, to obtain more, in my quest to return to where I came from.
But knowledge is not for knowledge's sake in this instance. Let's not be coy.
No, knowledge is power, is it not?
And you want more.
I do, but something tells me you cannot give me what I want.
Oh, I disagree.
Pray tell.
I think that you don't truly know what you want. I think that you're still just that scared little boy watching his parents be raised from the dead. But then on the contrary, you just utilize that to kill someone and raise them once more. So
I
something
failed
tells me...
my parents from the dead. I failed miserably because I lacked the knowledge and the arcane power to do it fully.
And
Is
for
that what
that,
you promised me, vampire?
I promised you something better, more infinite. What is it that is the resource you are always running out of?
Patience.
That-
Patience for your bullshit. And patience
Incorrect.
for your champion, Strahd. I want
Incorrect
out
on
of
both.
here. I categorically reject and deny everything you have to offer.
I'm going to enjoy watching then. Go ahead and leave as weak as you came in. And squander. And you don't pull away, he forces your hand off.
Lysander kind of just like shudders and goes, like he's annoyed and just grossed out. And then he starts just like rubbing off his robes and trying to get the filth off of him. And then he looks to Scarlet and he's like, find anything useful in that one?
Only for people who apparently studied magic, whatever that means.
Oh. Pew.
Okay, we're gonna give it a sec with everybody else's RP as well.
Anya's gonna keep going around and opening all the boxes.
Sorry, I just have to ask, did everyone else hear what Lysander was saying to Vampire?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So it was just mind to mind. Got it.
Correct. Yeah, no, I mentioned before, nothing what you said was
yeah,
being heard by
nobody else
everybody
even knows that Vampire was involved in anything. You're the only one, and you haven't told anybody so far.
And
He
you
will.
already touched the sarcophagi, so we're gonna give it a sec. I want to hear
Okay.
everybody else's RP first, and then, so, you kind of see Lysander, step away from that, did all that, and then walked over.
This box with the corpse of the spellcaster,
Mhm.
is it wearing like a robe still, even if it's like tattered?
Yes, distinctly different from that of the wizard that you saw in the jail cell, if you can recall.
Yeah, Vesper's gonna steal it.
The robe?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we see Vesper? Like, meanwhile, like, we could see him full on looking all, like, corpse-like. Before he gets the robe. Because he had to walk over from the sarcophagus.
I would say so, that there's not exactly a good way to hide that Vesper, unless you have a disagreement.
Nah, they saw it.
Yeah.
Good
Like,
God, Vesper! What the hell?
Yeah.
Used to be such a handsome face.
Ugh, now
Yeah,
that is not even a face a mother would kiss. Ugh.
Conan would still kiss it.
And he's gonna use his dagger to basically cut it into like a hooded vest to cover his face.
Huh. Make it stop, Belagor.
I can only heal so much, Anya.
just trying to-
There's some things that are just... They're terminal. You can't do anything about them.
Just turn around. You turn around. You won't see it.
Vesper, I'm so sorry, buddy, but,
Don't feel pity for me, for I have received the best gift possible.
What's that?
Time will tell.
Vesper,
Oh, that's a vague and cryptic answer I should have expected from one of you.
who are you planning on resurrecting?
If you have to ask, you already know.
Oh no!
Vesper, but you know that I know he means a lot to you, but you know there is a chance he will not come back the same way as he was. And maybe death is a nicer fate than what he might become.
Well, I get the feeling we'll have to worry about that down the line.
We'll see.
So we're gonna cut over to Lysander. So as you touch the South sarcophagus,
Hello.
Another one. Oh, look at you! You actually do know some shit. Hold still while I get a look at you. Creepy on the eyes. Open your mouth. Good. The teeth are still there. As it's like looking around. Right. I'm not gonna beat around the bush around here this time, okay? Sound good with you?
Yes, I just dealt with vampires, so you
Oh,
might
he's
as
a
well
cunt.
get to the point. Right, cunt, that one is.
Right. So here's the thing. I'll offer you the last guy that I did this for. So, you've been reading your books like a good boy, right?
I do indeed. And my associate, Scarlet, who you may have just encountered, mentioned that you have something to do with spellcraft. I am rather curious.
Well, more like that's the only way that you'll be able to do what you can get out of this.
Well, pray tell.
It's going to require some work, but you familiar with... And let me read this real quick. You familiar with lichdom?
Oh.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh. Sorry, Lysander's just like, he's overwhelmed.
And he says, based off your reaction, I'd say that you are.
Yes. Very.
So, in that case, we got a couple of, options.
Yes. How does this work? Because I mean, I'm pretty good at what I do, but I don't think I'm at the point where I could properly accept lichdom. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's because you need to be able to make a phylactery. And imbue it with your soul. You know what a phylactery is?
Yes, I do.
He says, then you also know that wherever you put it better be tighter than any place ever. I'm not fucking around when I say this. Somebody finds that, and that's gone, you're gone. And worst off, you don't go to a god. You don't go anywhere. Your soul is ripped apart in the ethereal plane.
I have a few places in mind.
Good.
But I'm curious about how this will work for me.
You create the phylactery. You accept this gift. I'm gonna give you the knowledge to do it.
Otherwise, I shall remain myself?
I can't guarantee what's gonna happen when you complete the process. Here's the thing. You know all the other gifts that you've been accepting? First off, that's weak bitch shit compared to what we got here. The other thing about that is that it's still the same thing. Drawbacks, you ain't gonna know until you take it.
Right.
You'll also need to concoct a potion of transformation. And then, obviously, after the phylactery is made, consume it. It's going to take about 10 days to make the phylactery, 3 days to make the potion.
And you will give me this knowledge?
I will.
Well,
and he says, with all this, I offer you, and for one of such magical power, I feel like it would be a waste on anybody else.
very good. Lysander sounds very satisfied. as he says this, as if he has finally reached the pinnacle of all that he could ask for at this point in time. And he says, "We have ourselves a deal."
Good. And as this happens, you feel your mind is flooded with ancient knowledge on phylacteries, lichdom, and what it involves and such. Lichdom is the pinnacle, or for what some see as the pinnacle of magical arcane existence. Now, would you like me to say the flaw out loud?
Go for it.
All that's important to me is acquiring new magic, arcane knowledge, and the secret to defeating my enemies. All else does not matter.
Does that include the lives of his party members?
Yeah.
Is that under all else?
Yes.
Then yeah.
Yeah, but there was mention of an enemy. And Lysander can only explore his full lichdom once he gets out of fucking Barovia.
That is very true.
Next campaign, Lysander is going to be the final boss.
Oh god.
All right.
Lysander lets go of the sarcophagus and breathes. It just like takes a huge sigh of relief. And then he looks up at everybody else, and as much as his deep void-like eyes can seem cheery, they seem cheery. And he says, "Well, that's about that."
What you got there, Lysander?
Some more arcane power.
What kind of arcane power?
I can shrivel your dick.
What the fuck?
I'm sure you could, but that's not what you got from there.
I think you already did.
That's
Shriveling
actually-
powers is not. It
that's
seems on the low
actually
end of this place.
That's actually what I got from there. I got necrotic power from that sarcophagus. Unless you'd like to touch it, Belagor, and see
You
what
know,
you could.
I think I'm good.
Well,
You enjoy that.
I-
Enjoy
I-
your dick shriveling power, Lysander.
Oh boy.
Well, that's all you seem to care about lately is power.
Let's not get into another argument. Can we just move on?
yes, let's.
Wait a minute.
Belagor looks at Anya, waits a minute.
Are you still
As
back
soon
with-
as a minute is up, he starts to leave. I'm joking.
Are you still turned around?
Yes, I can't look at Vesper right now.
Ugh.
I just, you guys, we all are here for a reason, right? We are here still because we have people here that we care about, and we want to kill the same person so that Barovia is freed from the tyranny. And we have come into this place to find answers. We found dark gifts instead. We've made some mistakes along the way. She looks blatantly at Lysander. But
And Lysander looks back with his like creepy void eyes and just smiles.
she like turns her head and shivers again. Alright, anyway. I think we need to be forthcoming with each other. We've all taken a lot of shit. We've all dished out a lot of shit. I regret nothing, you're all puny. But I think we need to be on the same page, and we cannot be at each other's throats like we were earlier, because we're not gonna make it out of here alive if we're doing that. So, can we take a minute to just regroup, please?
Are you saying like short rest?
No, well, no. Well, we could, but also, she just wants to like air everything out, have a conversation with everyone, just kind of like regroup emotionally, mentally, physically, like all of the above.
Lysander shrugs and says, "Can't hurt."
Listen, I took 2 gifts. I took one to summon hell lions, and I took one to become stronger. Those are my gifts. I know. Apparently I smell bad sometimes, and according to Belagor, I'm speaking some demonic language here and there. And I know I'm intense and kind of mean about all of you sucking at your physical strength because you're puny and couldn't even pick up a pebble if you tried. But aside from that, I am still on the team, okay? So we need to know what everybody else took, what you agreed to, how it helps, what to look out for, because we are not each other's enemy here. If we learn anything from reading that journal, we cannot turn on each other.
You all know I just lost my teeth. That's it.
Well, what did you get in return for that, Scarlet?
I told you, I can die 3 times.
Okay. And, Vesper, what did you take?
You already know.
I don't know what made you look like this. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Alright, what about the other one? Just climbing the walls?
Yep.
Alright. And Lysander,
Yes?
what did you take?
Yes.
I took knowledge. I took the penultimate knowledge that any wizard could ever have. You wish to know more than that?
Well, obviously, you're speaking another language. Belagor, can you translate for me, please? What is Lysander saying?
No. Belagor shall not say anything. If I tell you what I have taken, do you make a vow to not stand in my way?
That's not fair. We
Well,
don't know whether we should or not.
it has nothing to do with us here in this place. Only after, if we make it out alive.
Well, we're from entirely different universes, so that's fine by me.
Of course.
Fair enough.
I love that. So, just fine by me. Fuck you.
Anya, I'm willing to speak with you on this further. But perhaps now is not the time. But I will say this. I am willing to be honest with you. You and I are friends, and we have gone a long way. I would not lie to you.
Indeed, we
And
are
I know
friends.
and I know that you will not judge me. Or you might, but I feel like you shall be more accepting than others.
Right, I'm all ears, Lysander.
Right.
Oh, are you
Lysander,
wanting to have this in private?
Yes. That would be preferable.
Put it later then.
That's why I suggested later. But Anya, I will tell you.
Alright. We need to make a promise. Everyone come together. And she kind of like gestures for the others too, like the NPCs as well.
Okay, so they're gonna come around. Irina's still kind of like more like to hear. She's just very like, because you also have to keep in mind that whole like sequence with Sergei dying and all that she saw.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Lysander has also taken note of Irina standing away, and he does look at her, trying to look at her with some sympathy, but I imagine his eyes aren't going to portray that. and he says, "Look, Irina, we have moved the way we have moved here in this temple. But do not forget how much we have staked to help you and to keep you away from Strahd."
That sounded a lot more menacing than I imagine you intended it to.
He meant that we mean no harm to you.
Well, Belagor, it's the truth.
Listen. We are all here making a lot of sacrifices for the people we have come to care to love and to cherish. We have a lot of skin in the game, and we may not make all the right choices, but we are mostly human. She looks at Vesper.
Oh God!
I'm just imagining him saying, "The hills have eyes, and so do I."
Lysander finally realizes what Vesper's turned into from what he can see. And he's like, oh God! What
Oh,
happened
you're
there?
one to talk, Lysander. Look at you.
Look,
What?
stop pointing fingers. We are all making sacrifices that we feel would benefit this country and the people. We all have common enemy, and I think we need to do better job about communicating with one another before we take actions we cannot take back, right?
Seems fair.
Okay.
Are we agreed?
You have my word.
I don't want us, especially not myself, but all of us, to end up like the people in these boxes. Look at their muscles. They have atrophied completely. It's pathetic.
I mean, I could die 3 times though.
All
You
right,
don't want me to die 3 times? And
fine.
Get my teeth back.
Scarlet, you can die a few times, but like no more than the 3.
Okay. Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is we shouldn't be fighting with each other. There's something way bigger out there that we need to direct this anger and frustration towards. Look at Irina. She doesn't even trust us anymore.
Trust goes both ways.
She's
I am to trust the decisions that the rest of you are to make. And he looks very pointedly at Belagor, and then looks at Irina and all of the others. Then I expect the same in kind. Trust me, and I will trust you. Know what just happened with Casimir? I did step in to prevent it. I did stop it. Might not have ended out the way you'd wanted it to, but trust me, and I will trust you. Can I get that much of a promise? I am still your friend, Belagor. I remain your friend.
After all the decisions I've seen you make, I don't know if I can make that promise, but I will try.
Think on an emotional level. I do not expect you to feel the same way about me morally as you once did. I have willingly made the choices that I've made here. What I ask is that you still respect our friendship and the time that we have spent together. Can you do as much?
I can do that.
Very well, then so can I. And I extend the same to you all.
As you say that, Irina steps a little bit closer. I haven't forgotten everything you've done so far. I don't believe that just goes away. I am just processing so much right now. That vision, how quickly things just seemed to go the way it did. And I'm just trying to make sense of it all. I'm not strong like all of you. I'm not a warrior like Anya. An arcane sorcerer like Lysander.
Wizard.
Sorry, I don't know my. I like the six though. A holy warrior like Belagor, a ranger like Scarlet, or a rogue pirate like Vesper. I've tried my best to adjust for this life that I've been given. Seemingly, it's been a life that I've been given multiple times. I'm just doing the best I can, and sometimes maybe I don't react the best way, and I'm sorry.
Belagor moves to her side and lays a comforting hand on her shoulder and says, "Strength comes in many forms, Irina, and in your own way you're as strong as any of us. Think about what anybody else would be feeling in your position and how they would react to it. You've carried yourself with a great deal of resilience and integrity, and I respect that."
Though you could do a few more push-ups.
She just kind of chuckles at what Anya says at that point. And she kind of like your hand still on her shoulder, she kind of like taps it gently, you know, kind of like comforted. And then at this point, Van Richten speaks up. If I'm honest, I didn't exactly think that this would go any other way. I had a feeling that people would end up changing. For better or worse. That's what Barovia does, and the Xanvar Temple's worse. I expected this. Now, things have been going rough? Yes. Mostly in the fact that I am not the warrior I once was. I know that. But I promise you, when it comes to the time and the moment of truth, you will have a fitting ally in me. And then you hear Esmeralda say, "Until I have to come over and save your ass." Okay, shut the fuck up. And he kind of like, you know, shoves her on the shoulder like, What? It's very true. Listen, Anya has gone on all day about how weak everybody else is. Let me have this on you.
You're weak too.
Oh, bitch, I'll fucking... And it's just, right, awesome. You're both very, very pretty, beautiful, strong, yada, yada, yada. Go, queen. And he says, I anticipate that the Valaki might be in dire straits by the time that we get back. I am going to give to you all trust that I have never bestowed upon anyone before. Only you to a degree. Looks at Esmeralda. One of you open up your map. And so go.
Lysander goes through many of his scrolls and pages.
He's going to put a circle somewhere on the map.
Ooh.
And he says, I have an abode. I've kept it in secret so that I'm able to disengage from you all and not give any bad luck.
I know what this is.
Why would you hide the toilet from us?
Not that kind of relief.
No, it's not that.
You said
Lysander
so.
proffers his map.
It's my tower. It's the one I go to and I reside in whenever I'm not with you. If anything should happen, that be during this temple, when we get to Valaki, whatever, let us all make this promise. We meet there. Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
That was underwhelming. I thought that perhaps you had a teleportation circle or something inscribed in your tower.
And he says, no, just it's one of the few places Strahd cannot go.
Why?
Good lord.
And he says, that I haven't been able to pick out. However, since we're getting more dire, and it seems that you all are going to have to just deal with my bad luck. Bright side, we've been... And he knocks on one of the rotten wood crates. Have been lucky so far. But I'm under no illusion that's going to keep. I'm giving this now because there's, as we're gathering these things, Strahd's going to have more focus on us. Is that something we all can agree on? Yes.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And with his ire means more of a chance that he is going to be in direct confrontation.
Oh wait, didn't Irina take a dark gift too for scrying or something?
She took a dark. It prevents Strahd from finding her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Strahd can't scry to find where she is. So she's like, At the least, I know that he can't just find me if he wants to just find where I'm at. So we'll even be safe in that case too, right? Precisely.
Yes, but what of Velaki? You
And he
seem to
says,
suggest that he may have assailed it already.
Well, he threatened as much. We had 3 days and we came here instead. Is
And he
there a
says-
way we can get into contact with them?
he looks at Belgor. You wouldn't happen to have any sending spells left, would you?
None.
This is then we are going to have to just rely on what happens when we get back to them. But I can't confirm anything. But all I'm going to say is, have you ever known Strahd not to follow up on a threat?
No.
Not at all.
Well, I have animal messenger. Do we want to send something?
What? Don't you have to have an animal here?
Well, are there any rats in here? Any crows? Anything
Neither.
around?
This place is like barren.
We could send Misha back if she can't get through.
He kind of squints as he looks over at Misha, and he says, what's the distance on that spell? Keep in mind, that means that we also have to wait for it to come back to us.
Yeah. 25 miles.
It's not going to be enough,
Okay.
Zach,
unfortunately. But good thinking. I'll say that. Good thinking.
would you allow for a Lysander to transfer some of his arcane energy to give him his last 4th level spell slot, but to suffer like exhaustion and whatever cost that you might deem necessary in return of him being able to cast message?
In return of him being able to cast message, no.
Yeah. No?
Nope.
Okay.
You are, because is it you or Belagor?
No, give it to Belagor. Like, I'm willing to have Lysander give him some of his arcane power to charge him up to cast message, and I'm willing to accept whatever cost that might entail, including exhaustion and whatever else you might devise.
Okay.
And I will give up my last spell slot. I have 1 4th level spell slot left, and I'm willing to give that up.
Trying to think of what I want, if I want to. You're gonna need to roll Arcana. It's got to be a roll, and you're gonna sacrifice the spell slot regardless. I need that.
I will sacrifice it, and I will take any other consequences.
So I'll think of them as I come on. So just it's gonna be a roll. I'll tell you the consequences after, whether you're successful or not.
I wanted to use inspiration, and I just
okay. I've not said the result yet. Do you want to press the advantage button on that roll?
Yeah.
Use up your inspiration then.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But
all right.
I will use up my inspo for that.
You gain 1 level of exhaustion. You lose the spell slot. You have a message you can send out. Who are you sending it to?
Can I role play this out?
A little bit, yes.
Just Lysander just barrels over to Belagor, and he says, "Before you think any less of me," and just puts his hands on Belagor's temples, and literally just expends his arcane energy and transfers it to Belagor, and just like sags and just like kind of falls to his knees.
Belagor reaches out to help him back up, because no matter how changed he is, that's still Lysander. What do you want me to say, and to who?
Lysander cannot speak.
He's talking to everybody.
Who did you... so think of who you left at Velaki. So you have the Ardent Dawn, you have Sambuca, you have Victor Velakovich, you have the Resurrected Baron, you have the... whatchamacallit, and you have Ismark. So you have all those as options.
Alright, well, assuming Velaki was attacked, who do we think would be most likely to still be standing right now?
Andric could survive anything.
Of course he could, but he's still puny. Alright, so maybe send him the message and see what you get.
What should I tell him?
Tell him we're checking in. Status report. Anya says you're pathetic and weak.
I can only say so much, so
Alright.
anything that's not necessary we'll leave out.
Great. Anya thinks you're pathetic and weak.
Alright, anyone else have any ideas before I do this?
So, what do you say? Or did you just say it?
Anya gave an idea, but she's ridiculous as always, so he's waiting for someone else to offer something.
Yeah. Nobody else has anything to offer?
I just give you the last of my strength.
Alright, I'm sending the sending spell to Andric. Need a status report about what's going on. Strahd might be coming for you.
And you almost hear the sounds of battle on his end.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck.
And he yells, "Oh, it's the fucking fuck! Currently surrounded. The town won't be able to hold fast. We're gonna try to get them out as best we can. Focus on just getting out of where you are and killing that bastard." As you hear the sound of a crunch, his warhammer slamming into something.
Things are not going well in Velaki. We need to finish up here and take down Strahd, or they won't have a chance.
Shit. Oh god. Ah, those little puny boys, I hope they're okay. Did he say anything about the boys?
There wasn't any time.
Okay.
I don't know if he even knows where they are or if they're okay.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, we can't just get out of here and go kill Strahd. He still has that, the wispy thingy. What do you call it?
The heart?
Yeah, so if you can call it that. Sure.
Either way, we've lingered here too long. We need to press on.
Alright. Then up the stairs.
Seems to be the only way.
All right. So
how bad is my exhaustion? Can I walk? Can
no. Only one level of exhaustion. So 1 sec before you guys all start going up the stairs. Don't go up the stairs yet. I'm having to do something real quick. I think that it should be ready now. So if you all want to start moving.
Anya's gonna help Lysander. Just let him lean on her, since she's not really.
He's also out of all his spell slots, so I'm gonna RP that as him just being tapped out of
fine.
arcane energy, and that takes a physical toll as well. So he's having a hard time.
Come on, Lysander, easy does it.
He just looks back at you with starry, soulless voids for eyes.
Van Richten looks over and he says, "I'll keep Misha company. Esmeralda, if I ever hear you say this again, that you're going to... I'm probably going to be more capable and helpful in this particular instance." Oh my god. Are you saying that I am finally... And you see her kind of finally better than the famous Van Richten? I will fucking kill you. Whee! You see her go as she's running over. Dear gods.
Where did you go, Lysander? Anya's helping you up
All
the
right,
stairs,
so
goof.
it's been all over here. Could you step on this? Somebody step on that. What the hell? Okay, everybody off the stairs,
Oh shit!
off the stairs, everybody, off the stairs.
Oh.
Okay, 1 sec. Let me, because that block should have been working. So,
Lysander and Conan are on top of each other.
Oh.
yeah, 1 second. 1 second. Okay, 1 sec. Now step on that block. Okay, now it's working.
Come on, Lysander.
I'll move Conan and everybody else too.
Thank you.
Alright, and I'll give you a description of this room. I can... So go ahead and just kind of fan out over to here a little bit. Let me go ahead and we're actually nearing where we're going to end for the day. So 1 sec while I give you the description of this room real quick.
It's a shisha lounge. I love it.
What?
Hit X30.
Like a hookah lounge.
Oh.
All right. So it's a preserved library. The stone library has 20-foot high walls and 30-foot high vaulted ceiling. Covering the ceiling is a fresco that depicts angels being set ablaze in a hell. Black marble railing encloses a gold marble staircase that spirals gently down a 30-foot wide, 30-foot deep shaft to the north. Against the gray walls stand 6 10-foot tall black marble bookcases. On their shelves are hundreds of well-preserved tomes, embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the southern half of the room.
Are there books?
Yeah, it's library.
Ugh, why is it always libraries? Where is the weapons room?
Don't you know where the library was?
I don't. But you
Well,
guys
this is
keep
it.
saying library and it always has books.
Yes.
This is good. This is very good.
So, idea. There's a lot of different books and stuff like that, and this is a perfect, and I mean perfect place to stop for RP, for campfire RP. What do you guys say?
Okay.
I think it's great, yeah.
Anya's gonna plop down on this rug with her back, like laying on her back and just being like, ugh, get it over with, Lysander, so we can keep going.
In that case, though, Lysander, you want to take us out?
Oh, yes. Well, everyone, you've seen how despicable we're capable of being. Stay tuned for next time. This is GameDayHype signing off with another exceptional game. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!